All right.
What's
Here we
up?
are.
That was awesome.
That's
oh my
Here
God.
we are.
Hello,
Yeah.
everybody.
You're well.
Hey, we want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. Tonight is a extra special big deal for us. Scott, go ahead. You want to introduce?
Man, we have got Jamie Madrox from Twisted. And I'm telling you,
What's up, guys? How you
this
doing,
is
man?
a big deal.
It is.
I love
Absolutely.
This is a big deal.
Thank you.
Being as big as a Migo fan as I am, and watching that intro, I am just the inner child in me is smiling with a very toothy grin, like a kid with a Halloween trick or treat sack full of just goodness. I'm so very happy right now. That was so rad.
And the good stuff, not the hard candy, not that not that Tootsie Roll stuff. The good stuff.
Yeah. None of the junk. None of the junk that we all traded off, but the good stuff that we kept. Oh man, that's so perfect. I love that. That was very rad.
So if it helps, my inner musician in me is just like giddy as right now, big time.
I got you.
Man.
Yeah,
that's so rad. Awesome. Very cool, man.
Absolutely. Did you, Scott? Did you want to go into a little more detail, with Jamie, or do you want to just let it fly, man?
Here it is, man. If I'm going to tell you right now, I've gotten something. If you guys don't know who this guy is, if you don't know who Twisted is, I mean, what is it? 1997. When you guys kind of hit
98, Most Tasteless was our first national. Yeah, man.
When these guys came in, what do we had, like suicidal tendencies and stuff like that, and then in comes Twisted, and in comes like Insane Clown Posse, and all these guys, Chicago, right?
Absolutely, man.
So you can't sneak up on them, and they're bad to the bone, and I do mean bad to the bone. I have something queued up. I'm gonna have to switch out audio.
Okay.
All
right.
Pray.
All right, it'll be worth it.
It'll be worth it. But
it
was daylight when I did this earlier, so let's see what I can do.
Okay.
With and we're gonna post links in the comments, because if you guys, listen, if you're not familiar with these guys, it's better than good. It's better than good. It's just like, as a matter of fact, honestly, dude, I swear to God, it's like. I was telling my wife, it's like, man, you got to hear this. You got to hear this. You got to hear this all week long. She's like, is that? And like, yeah. So she's probably watching in the other room too. She comes in here and starts.
Migo, it keeps getting better with age.
Hey, man, I hear you.
See how I brought it all around town like SpongeBob?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
Love that.
All right.
All right. So let's do this real quick.
Yep. Same thing here with Scott, my daughter. We've been listening to everything last couple weeks, Jamie. Just jam everything, dude. Love it.
Awesome, man. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate the support, man. Super rad.
Man. Absolutely. Then we got to say, hey, man, I love your post.
Everybody in the comments, too. See y'all in the comments.
Yes.
What's up?
Thanks for joining, everybody. We appreciate it. Absolutely. Yeah. Love your post, too, man. Just, total full of pop culture.
Heck yeah.
Nothing, Scott. No, nothing. No sound, brother. No sound. All right. Hey.
Plenty of shots.
You back?
I appreciate the effort all the same. I appreciate it.
Hey, man. It happens. You know what I mean?
Wearing my engineer's uniform, so I apologize.
Yeah. Let it be known that I almost didn't find myself able to get on this live, because I am accustomed to what I am accustomed to. And when I went outside of my hemisphere, by the grace of the Lord above, here I am. Right on. So I have no problem.
Man. We appreciate it. And again, man, we love your posts, as far as, all the pop culture, all the reference to action figures and toys, all the Migo stuff, man. We appreciate the support, brother. Absolutely.
Awesome.
Absolutely. And I think, what we were going to do, and again, this is all about you tonight, man. We appreciate you being on and everything. We want you to talk about Migo and your first experiences with Migo, and how you came into this whole Migo thing like us. You know what I mean? So, hey, man, just go ahead.
You got the floor, buddy.
I think let's see. Well, where it started, my original Migo toy had to be I want to say it was the world's greatest superhero, Batman.
Nice.
Loved the toy. That was like opened up a gateway to a bunch of characters. I always say this. I'll like never not say this. I love that Migo was the first toy company that let you play continuity throughout with Marvel and DC. Up to that point, there was a lot of marketing for both respective comic book brands, but never one that ran like like horses, like together, like this is crazy. And I love the idea how Batman can go out with Spider-Man for a burger and pick up, you know, the Wicked Witch of the West, and everybody had that continuity value to them. And maybe it's my OCD in older age now being able to put a finger on it and say that's what it was. But I loved the continuity value. I loved how the interchanging play, and I loved all of the play sets. And which opened up doors to cool stuff like Comic Action Heroes and Bend and Flex. And these are like, and the thing that I love about Bend and Flex is that's something that I really didn't have as a child. It's something that I went back for later on in life. So like in a collector kind of, because some of the items, let's be honest, some of the items have truly priced themselves out. Like they're so amazing. Like I've all but given up on the Iron Man on the card and Wonder Woman on a card because I collect the standard card ones. I know Kresge are more valuable. This I know, but
the man knows Migo. The man knows Migo.
Yeah, he does.
I mean, I know a little bit. I got good friends and good places that keep me educated. Shout out Ben Holcomb. I know you're watching out there. You know, but seriously, and Mark Huckabone. Shout out Mark Huckabone. Like meeting him and talking with him in my early days of Twisted, he was the person who pretty much was like my go-to guy. I would say, I need this guy or this guy. And like, we exchanged numbers at a Comic-Con or something like that. This was like ages ago. And I mean, he would just tell me, and I always thought it was a cool thing to know that I couldn't get the toy because Leonardo DiCaprio bought it. Like, to me, that was just rad. I don't know. I mean, if I'm going to lose an auction on eBay or what have you to anybody, it's going to be Leo. So I thought that was fun. And I like the idea that other people still carried on that Migo legacy. And there was something about the nostalgic value and how it like a time machine, it just transports you back to the first time while you were eating cereal, watching Saturday morning cartoons, playing with them toys, and your dog ate Batman's boot, and you're wondering if they're going to get sick or if you're going to get a new one. You got to try to get an A on a test or something.
Exactly. That's right.
Exactly.
Child parent bribery gig, you know.
Right.
all fun memories though of just like, you know, time that absolutely will never recreate itself. And I try to explain it to my kids about Saturday morning cartoons and just how awesome it was, and how like most of the toy brands that you see today, they're like overly promoted and whatnot. Back then it was like hard.
Yes.
You were either in the know or you just didn't know at all. And the idea that like watching some of those nostalgic Migo commercials and like the films glitching and popping and you're like, this is so great. It almost seems like it's somebody did this in post in like 2020 or something, you know? But just the like the rich history of just what I assume was a person who wanted to do something really rad and was a passion project. I would assume Mr. Abrams had a passion project with Migo. And saw it out, you know what I mean? And still to this day, which I think is awesome. I mean, as a person that look, you know, to somebody who actually is living their dreams and still to this day, that's a pretty cool accomplishment, I think.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man, I agree. Totally agree. I'm
going to throw this out there to you. I want to ask you this question. You talk about like, you know, Migo taking you back to the Saturday morning, dude. To this day, if you know, I'll admit, I've bought mint on card Star Trek Klingons and have opened them up. They still have that Migo smell, right?
Yeah.
Right?
I agree. It was something in the plastic.
Yes.
And I don't know what it was, but there was a chemical reaction that happened in one of the Star Trek figures. I forget who it was, but it made its suit dye a different color and stuff like that.
The Andorian's belt and then the Mugatu shirt. Yep.
Okay. See, and it's like these little pieces of you know, hearsay and throughout the years, and I just love the variations. And like some Aquamans have the A on the belt where others do not, and just fun stuff, vinyl capes and stickers that are smooth and stickers that are textured. I think it's so cool. And even after all these years, that you can still, if you wanted to collect it, you could still immerse yourself into it and find a lane and mash the gas in your lane and collect how you feel to the tune of your budget. And you can still come away with some really great pieces that are out there. Because I'm starting to notice a lot of people are starting to grade loose because there's that fear of what's real, what's not, what's repro, what's not. And you know, people like us, it has to be authentic. It's got we're not doing the smell test like Frank. But I'm not mad at you though. I'm adding that to the repertoire when I buy Migos. I'm smelling them.
Yeah, man.
I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you, bro. I love
1979, 1978. You know.
My biggest one of my biggest turnoffs in collecting toys on card is when the blisters change that color and they get that really like it, and it's like it's just something about that which I love. Why there's services like CAS that'll take those and grade them uncirculated so they still keep some sort of a monetary value because you're just tied into a situation that there's really nothing to do. You cut up your nose to spite your face. Get it graded, put it up, make it look nice.
Right.
Enjoy it.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah, and that's one thing, you know, and I think Scott, Jason can also attest to that. You know, Mego as a brand, it's just so innately in all of us. Just it made such an impression, and it just takes you back, man. It just absolutely instantly takes you back. You know,
absolutely. No, I love that, and I missed the boat on the elastic stretch ones. I seen them.
Oh yeah.
But I don't know if it was a price point that maybe it was too much for my parents at the time or what have you. You know, maybe the $1.99, $2.99, you know, regular carded 8-inch ones were more affordable. I could maybe get 2 as opposed to one of those, whatever. But I never had those. And I think it's that still, even all these years later, I'm still envious of the kid, whoever got those. And I know they leaked in the syrup and
what have you. Yeah, they didn't know how to stand up. So
but the memory, just the memory of actually playing with something that is like the mythos. It's like the Loch Ness monster of the toy game. You know what I mean? Like you actually played with one of those. Man, that's so killer. You know, like I love that.
So check this out, because because now you got me intrigued. Did you? Because here's the thing. So the world's greatest superheroes. Okay, those were the guys that came in and like took care of the business, right? But you could not have had any adventures without having these guys. Oh shit! Come on, camera. See these guys over there? That's well, it's kind of hard to see. That's the Squad 51. That's emergency
SWAT
fire truck. Now this is old LJN stuff. This isn't exactly Mego, but it was like to see the boxes up there, the Rookies police car, and So for me, and for us, like you always had to have like the first responders, you know, because there's a reason why Batman showed up. Like he was at the front, like you know, my cat, the tree. Let's call Batman. Well, Batman.
Right. He's not working the front line out there. And I remember there was I want to say Adam 12 and the Rookie was another. There was a lot of companies that seemed to once Mego got on par with what they were doing and they were cutting that lane, there were a lot of imitators. There were a lot of people who were just getting a quick buck. Well, the buck was to be gotten, and which also in another realm of conversation produced a lot of really cool toys as well. Some should have never been made, and some should have been made 2 times. So there would be more, so we can have them in our collection.
Exactly.
Thank God.
And back then, I mean, you know, to Scott's point, you know, we were all playing with all that stuff with our Migos.
It didn't matter. It was it was all good, you know.
The Trek crew would beam down to the Planet of the Apes. You know what I mean?
Right. I love that.
The whole thing.
They have to decide the fate with the mayor of Oz, and you turn that thing in the bubble. And, you know,
it's
an easy fate decider. I promise you.
Absolutely.
It's either Kansas or Oz, one of the two. You know.
Exactly, man. Exactly. Hey.
So I got a question, Jamie. What do you think of the new product?
I think it's awesome. If we're talking about the G.I. Joe, the new Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow,
2018.
I love it. I think it's great. As a fan of G.I. Joe, growing up, that was more or less like. And what was strange about G.I. Joe is it just commanded this 3 3/4 inch scale. Although I'm not ignorant to comic action heroes or pocket sized superheroes, which did hold that format for several years, but it was almost like 8-inch Migos were the claim to fame, and that other stuff was not small potatoes. So when G.I. Joe did it, it was like, oh man, this is taking those little green army men to a whole new level. They're articulated. And it was just something, and I got swept up in that, like a lot of kids my age did. Like that was my soap opera as a kid. Like I came home from school and I needed to know, did Duke and Scarlet hook up? I mean, did Cobra take over the world? Did they get the last piece of the Weather Dominator? I mean, you know, we needed to know. This is the reason. These are the things that got me through my day.
Yeah, me too.
So like,
me too.
so to know that, you know, like all these years later, that two things have mashed together to bring up this really cool new product is just amazing. I'm blown away. I was blown away when I seen it yesterday in my feed. I'm like, oh man, I knew it was going to be big, but this is like, wow. And the timing with that is beautiful. I love it, dude. I love it. Congratulations to you guys for pulling that off, and Hasbro as well for being able to work with such an awesome legacy company, for real.
Absolutely. And I think, you know, it kind of goes back to even Mego's kind of history, and like what Marty was talking about, you know, with the introduction of G.I. Joe in '64 and everything that happened with him in '64, and then he comes out with Action Jackson, and then, you know, you look at, it's kind of like, you know, some of those things are full circle. You know, they had the 8-inch military Action Jackson, and then, you know, I've even heard rumors, and, you know, I think it was on the Toys That Made Us that when Hasbro pitched the execs, the creators pitched the execs at Hasbro, they actually used Mego chips 3 3/4 figures painted green.
I love it.
Pitch them on the idea. So it's kind of like everything's come full circle, you know? So
I can totally believe that. And not only because, I mean, obviously I believe you, but I seen pictures of actually Comic Action Heroes jazzed up to be Super Power Friends in a Kenner pitch.
Yes.
Same deal. And it's like we're like, again, and is that like a tip of the hat? Like I use the coolest toy in the world to be able, I'm still here. We got a tornado going on. I hang on. We don't die. You know the deal. No worries. I'm still going.
Okay.
So anyway, in spite of the tornado, we keep it pushing, Migo.
Yes.
So here, what I'm saying is I think that it was cool that they were able to do like, hey, can one of you guys grab that flashlight from upstairs so I can do it Ghost Story style under my chin? Like I want this to be rad. I'm asking my kids. This is so cool. Anyway, but in spite of all that, I think that it's really cool that those were the toys that everybody wanted to use to build the model. Here, thank you so much. Appreciate you. Yeah, there it is. Oh, look at it. It just had to reset. Oh, we're perfect. Even better yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome.
Nothing will derail this train. I tell you.
Hey, Scott, go back to what you were actually mentioning. You wanted to talk more about just the reintroduction of Mego when they came back in 2018.
Yeah. So before you saw the G.I. Joe, now I know that you met Frank, who. Pay attention to this guy, Frank. I think he's going to be like the PR king of the world one day, because the way he just keeps, the way he's bringing you guys in. But when these guys, when they started coming out with the horror figures and the adding on to the Star Trek line and stuff like that, we're talking about just a couple years ago, wherever you were at in life, when you started seeing this stuff come out, what did you think? I mean, you saw.
I thought it was cool. I thought it was amazing. Like at first, because before we started the program, we were talking loosely about how there was that bridge of I called it MC Toys, EMCE Toys.
Yes.
And Mattel threw their hat in the game for a minute with the retro.
Retro.
And it was all pretty much it was all pretty much the same, the body type. So I was actually proud as a collector and as a fan that I'm like, yeah, you get it back. You're the one who started it. You take it back. And that's how I felt from a collector, from a person who runs a business. You put your footing in this business and you get something that you put your name on and that echoes in that pond and the waves keep going. And it's like you come back, everybody remembers. And I think that was a great feeling. It still is a great, like even still in spite of that, then the new, the mashup with Hasbro, it's just showing that it keeps leveling up, and that's the thing to do in this business. And I love that. I love the idea that it will never stop, and that my kids and potentially one day, dare I say it, grandchildren have Mego toys, whatever. I seen the Airbender ones. I seen all that. That's so like another generation.
Right.
That you know what I mean? But it's
absolutely.
Well played, extremely well played. How like you carefully walk that line of pop culture, but at the same time cater to people like us, our age demographic or whatever, what have you. All the stories that made. It's great. I love it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, I can tell you, Jamie, I'm probably not speaking just for myself, probably these other two guys on the panel too. Mm-hmm. Back in 2018, when I heard that, these were going to be on sale at Target, I was the guy, getting up at 2:30 in the morning, 3 o'clock, waiting for to hit on Target.com. You know what I mean?
Real.
Yeah.
Those pink carded monsters.
Yes.
Yeah, man. Those were great.
What Mego went through in the beginning from 20, and I'm going to talk when I say the beginning, I say the new beginning in 2018.
Right.
Sure. If anybody was ever going to be handed like something to work out, it's these guys. I mean, they took it on the chin real hard with everything from the original Target packaging to the choice of characters to the realization, like, well, you got the character, but you don't own the rights, or you can't use the rights of the actor.
Right,
like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
What do you mean? So
the legalities, these are but collectors, a lot of collectors, that goes right over their head. They don't think about that kind of stuff. But you are very spot on.
And then everybody jumps and go, and just but sure enough, because we were just talking about this the other day, it seems like their business model is, I can't say it politely on here, so I just won't say it, but it's basically just like give it to them any way you can. Or just keep shoving it at them, and eventually, something's going to stick. Not that that's not the way to say it, but you know what I'm saying. But basically, I see it. I see it coming from here, because G.I. Joe is just one thing. There is so much more, dude. There's so much more, and it's coming down. It'll be like Sugar Ray Leonard in a fight, man. It's just coming from you at all angles.
Yes,
Dude, Hammer Horror, Christopher Lee and Peter Cushing. I mean. Dude, mic drop, like, come on, man.
I know.
So good. Good. Like, those films, like that, me and my grandfather used to watch those, and I'm like, man, that's the coolest thing that I've seen no one ever do. And that, you want to talk about a strike of nostalgia in me, that was like, wow, dude. Like, I love when, I understand, like, how we're saying, like, how products are made to the time and the time frame or whatever, but I also like the idea that something picks up from where the last left off. Like, when you guys were talking about fleshing out the Star Trek characters and what have you and stuff like that, like, that's so cool to me. And you know what I mean? It's like to be able to, for those out of package collectors, and we know you're out there, because I'm not one of them, but I know you're out there, and the idea of opening them up and continuing that display, that diorama, whatever you're building, I love that. That's super rad.
I had to get so because of the price point. It's just so easy to get, a few of them. Plus, I get them from Frank. So this is like, for example, this is Pike from Discovery. So this is who's the guy? Who's the actor?
Anson Mount.
Anson Mount.
Yep. Yeah.
So I mean, it's just like, they in the progression, man. The progression of just putting these things, using, of course, they're reusing, Paul Clark, Dr. Mego.
Shout out to Paul Clark.
I'm sure a ton about him, but this guy was. When we were out doing our thing, he's on the subway figuring out what material they use to make the capes for Batman and stuff like that. And he's redoing them. So this is all him. MC was all him. Mattel, he was working for Mattel at the time. He just kind of followed this wherever it went.
Yeah,
and he's got well-deserved victories now, because now he can sit back, and you said like Hammer and stuff like that. Who would have thought?
Yeah.
Yes.
But the thing is a lot of that's coming from you guys, from all of us, because they're listening. These guys listen, and they listen well. G.I. Joe, Frank was the one who spearheaded G.I. Joe. Frank, this guy right there,
Genius.
Well, let's back up a little bit.
Sir.
I was in their face constantly about it, but they were in talks with Hasbro too. I was just some other crazy guy that they were hearing it from a different angle. But I mean, this is a true story. The first time I met Marty was in Richmond, and we were at the same hotel. I was helping with the show. And I went in and sat down with him, for breakfast. And I was like, he probably thought I was a nut. You know what I mean? I'm like, Marty, you got to talk to Hasbro and do G.I. Joe. It would be like a dream project. And he's like, get out of here. But come to find out, they were talking with Hasbro and stuff too. So, you know what I mean? But it was cool. to me, man, that's like a dream culmination of.
It really is
my personal two favorite toy brands of all time. So,
I agree. And it's so cool with everybody, with a lot of the toy manufacturers now going back for that nostalgia, and pretty much all of those 80s intellectual properties are just a buzz, from everything from Thundercats to G.I. Joe.
So
it's super refreshing to see to see,
yes,
you know, Migo throw their hat in the game and bring something awesome like that. I can only hope, and I don't want to speculate, but I can only hope that those two figures lead to more characters. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Zartan. If I'm gonna put in my good word with Frank, I'm gonna add Zartan, if you don't mind, with a couple masks.
Right,
like,
right,
yeah.
right. With the backpack that opens up with the mask that fits in it, and, you know.
Yeah, man, come on! It's like it sells itself. It's so it's beautiful, and if you can mix in that compound that makes it do the daylight where it changes to the blue,
the color change, right? Yeah.
Yes. Oh man, come on!
Sure, man, for
such
sure.
such a great instant throwback. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just seeing that.
And speaking of, I just gotta throw this in here. Speaking of, you know, characters and character choices and stuff like that, man, I just got to show once again. Now I've killed the sound, because it didn't work very good for us anyway. But come on now,
I'm sure the lyrics are inappropriate, but yeah, we know what it does.
Yeah.
So okay, hold on.
Yeah,
he's a handsome young man, isn't he?
Yes,
I mean, can you imagine these things can you guys see this now?
Yes.
Okay. Can you imagine? These would make some awesome looking characters.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. That would be a really cool, a really cool set of Migos is me and my brother. Absolutely. You know, but that's good. And I like that. I like the implication there. That's pretty good. But yeah, those were amazing.
Yeah, I'd buy doubles.
Yeah, I mean, people.
Right. One to rock and one to stock. I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm so with you. I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that feel the same, and that would be super duper killer. But yeah, I just and I think that's what's cool though. I mean, again, even about Migo, even with taking like bold steps like that, like Impractical Jokers.
Yes.
That's another major bold step to something that was just literally like hitting in time with reality, like shows and whatnot. And I actually watch it with my family, and I'm like, that's super cool when they got that. So seeing that and making the connection, I think that if you guys request this kind of stuff, you want to see that psycho right there in Migo form, you need to let these people know that. Don't put the weight on their shoulders. You be the voice of the people who want to make it happen, and you make it happen. That's how it works.
There you go. There you go.
Well, I can say this one thing about Migo community fans and the whole family, if you will. They are not silent. They are not silent.
I love that. That's right. You got passion. Passion knows no volume.
Exactly.
It's when you love something, you love it with all your heart, and that's what I love about the Migo community and just all even the comic book community, all of the collectible communities. The passion is there. You find a lot of really good people that are a lot like yourself around every corner you turn.
And I think earlier you said something about that, Jamie. It's like, you know, you find like people, but I think all of those things we talked about, they make up who we are, and they're actually part of our DNA. You know what I mean? And I think that's why people are so passionate about these things, because it makes up part of who they are. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Like I wonder, like in such a strange what if question. What if there were no Migo? I don't know that I would be the same person. I mean, I reference Migo in songs. You know what I mean? My brother knows that it's so important to me that he references Migo in songs. And it's like, it's so cool that it's just like, it's that much of who I am and something that I love so passionately. Like, you know, people would come to my house for Christmas time and I just had this toy room and I'm like, you know, you can go in there, don't touch anything. And it would just be everything under glass, just looking beautiful. And I'm like, wow.
Dude, I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. And then you have kids and they go in tubs and it becomes like the scene at the end of Raiders of the Lost Ark where everybody's bringing the Ark of the Covenant in there and you're like, the 9.5-inch Robin. Oh, yes. Bubble wrap.
Exactly.
Speaking of passion, what was the last Migo that you acquired and what was it that caused you to pull the trigger?
Whew, that is a good
question, Jason.
I want to say that the last Migo item that I purchased was a Tarzan Bend and Flex on the card. What made me pull the trigger on it was that I wanted to have them all, and I'm still missing. I want to say 2, possibly 3 of them. I know one of them is Spider-Man, which you would have thought I would have had him. He was so abundant. I just neglected. Oh, he'll always be there. He'll always be there.
Yeah, yeah.
Missed out on that one. And I want to say the other one is like Riddler on the card, but I have everyone else carded.
Wow.
And I love them. I love them. And again, we talked about that earlier about how like that was something that I never had as a child. That was just something that my collector path led me to along the way. Like those look amazing on card. Like they're just they look so vintage and perfect. It's like comic books. It's like under those slabs and those graded, acrylic cases. It just looks like it's everything. I love it.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
Speaking of comic books, I got to ask you a question about something. Once again, I reference my
Haunted Highons.
Who's the artist here?
Mariana Pescoda. I gotta say it really fast so I don't mess it up.
Yeah.
But her and her husband Alessandro color. Dirk Manning pens the story. It's based on a concept from my brother about two would-be ghost hunters that kind of start off as it's a joke. And as with no spoilers, but as we go on, we see that they have a greater purpose than what is intended in the one shot. And then we get to the arc where there's I want to say it's a 5-issue deal, and then that just happened, and now we get to the point where me, Paul, and Felicia are going into the new arc, which is the Curse of the Green Book. So we're gonna find out a lot more about their powers and things about their reason of why they're doing what they're doing and what has brought them to that place in time. And it's amazing. It's fun. I love comic books. I love toys. It's fun to be able to mix that into my cake batter, so to speak, of what I do as music, because we love it. My brother loves shoes. We made tennis shoes. We love toys.
No,
we made our own toy. You know what I mean? So it's like stuff like that. Like we that's why I love with Migo. It's like I said, a passion project, like something that you're fully invested in, and you're like, I want to do this so bad. Like it doesn't matter. And when it's accepted by people and it kicks back love to you, then you just don't want to stop. You just want to keep doing it. So that's how we get to the third arc and issue number 1 debuting at Astronomicon and NYCC. We're going to sit down and do a panel with Source Point Press and talk about some really awesome things with the writer Dirk Manning. So it's going to be great, man.
Because I did this today, and you did a really good job on it. The way you presented it, because the thing is you actually, it's way too late for me, but I had a friend of mine when I was in school. We did our little comic books, and we had really dumb characters, but that was way back then. But the way you narrated this and the way, just like the way it flows through the thing, it's very good.
I love that. Is that that's like the audio one where we like did the book reading of it or whatever?
Absolutely.
That was fun. That was really
good.
Fun.
And that's the thing. You did a really good job.
Thank you very much.
I'm going to say it again. It's like you're not. I don't know how to say it. It's like
we love what we do.
I'll say
it for you. We love what we do.
We can tell.
I hope it shows. I hope it shows in everything I do. If I have a bead of sweat, I hope it shows that I love. Like I just want everything that we do to show that we love what we do, because you're only blessed to be on this planet for so long. So at least do something that you enjoy. And I think that it speaks volumes in your creative process and the end product.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Amen.
Right on.
Amen. Hey, just we also want to get your opinion. We want to ask you all things Migo, Jamie. But as far as you've seen the Joes. I mean, not as far as even like beyond the Joes. What would you like? I mean, what would you like to see a Migo format? I mean, what's your not talking. We all want Marvel. We all want Star Wars. Yeah. But besides that, I mean, what kind of franchises or what kind of characters or what would you like to see?
I know I'm going to waste it on something which is just an old toy fantasy from back in the days, but I know you have some sort of a conversation or dialogue with DC. Right. I always loved the Teen Titans card art. I loved how they were the same scale card as Star Trek and Planet of the Apes. Yeah. And I love that. And I always wanted to know, was there an intention to have Robin on the card? Now, because when you go to the 8-inch scale, they're more adult style.
You
know what I mean? They were sized down to look like the Walton kids or whatnot. What have you?
Exactly.
So what was cool is when I found out later on that there was like an overseas compatible Robin to the 12-inch scale, which was 9.5 inches. And which was super rad. And I'm like, I just wonder, at one point, was there any idea to do like a Robin for that scale? And what other kind of characters would may have been like Hawk and Dove? You know, like I wonder, like because I've seen them done later on with Dr. Migo and stuff like that, and throughout many of the however versions he put them out through or whatever. But like I just wonder what it would look like, something like that. And if I got to go outside and say something wild, I would say I want to see, for the new horror series, I want to see a Michael Myers.
Okay.
I want to see some form of Michael Myers. I know there's a bunch of intellectual properties that float out there, and it's usually part 5 that's the most friendly.
Yeah,
that's fine. We'll take a 5 from a Myers fan. We'll take a 5. You give him a nice shiny butcher knife and a pumpkin accessory. We're all in. I promise you.
We're in.
Everybody loves Myers.
Yeah,
I think Paul Clark, that very question that you asked about the Titans. I think what it was is that. Lion Rock, Lion Rock distributed the smaller bodies for these guys. Now, this isn't a real Lion Rock. This is this is like the knockoff.
Right.
But it's the first
knockoff. Everything is exactly the same. This is the best of the knockoffs. Unfortunately, I don't know if you know who. What's his name? Vincent Cerbone. Vincent Cerbone. He bought all the Lion Rocks, all the box Lion Rocks. When you can't find them, you blame him. We're gonna have to go to his house one day.
Right.
On the door.
Corner in the market on him, as I see.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
And they said something about, God, I don't remember how it was. They had to fill the void or something like that. And so they put those out. The reason why Robin wasn't. I forgot. It's
like I can understand. He was represented in the first, cavalcade of characters, the first initial push, your Batman and your sidekick Robin. I got that, but what I loved about it was that all of them were sized down. So like he did have Aquaman, had Aqualad next to him. He looked like a sidekick. You're like, that's awesome.
And those were game changer figures for sure, man.
Yes, absolutely.
I bought those. There was a dime store, of all things, a jewelry dime store.
Yeah.
That. My first Mego purchases were like Zayres and Jefferson Ward and stuff like that, and then all of a sudden this Neisner's had that's where the Green Arrow car was. That's where the Titans were, the Planet of the Apes, the battering ram, Bird, and I'm like, what in the heck? It was just like an anomaly for that to be there. And boy, and that's right next to my mom's department store, so I was in there every day, man. I was just like,
I love that.
Yeah.
I also think another fun, just listening to that and thinking about just history, I think another fun, kind of tongue-in-cheek idea for a convention or something would be the Frankenstein Aquaman. How it was the story, it was the last of the last. And I think it would be kind of fun to acknowledge that and do it on purpose. How they do the test shot figures on purpose and mass market them so everybody can have a piece of history. I think that would be cool, and have the Superman with the yellow sticker over it. And I love that. I mean, it's that's so much part of history, and that's why some of those figures are so very coveted, because they just literally clearanced and then they disappeared off the planet.
Oh yeah.
Go ahead.
I was going to say it goes back to those days of those. Unfortunately, I wasn't old enough. I was right before I could go out by myself and stuff like that. But you hear the stories about Lionel Kitty City with the Mego figures that were on clearance for 99 cents. Guys tell me about stories where they're pulling cartloads of them. Conan and Mr. Fantastic. You know what I mean? That kind of stuff. It's just
love it. I love it. You just me and Marty McFly in the corner,
exactly.
Everyone's not looking.
Exactly, man. Exactly.
I love it. I love it. It's so good.
Yeah,
so
man.
So throughout your throughout your career stuff. So was this with you always, or did you? Because for me, this was something I had as a kid. And then when I was a teenager, it wasn't cool anymore. Comic books weren't cool yet. Comic Cons were they weren't even Comic Cons yet. They were like a car show, and then they had they combined the two.
To the Star Trek convention. I remember Creation.
Right, exactly. Back door, there's meet Leonard Nimoy and stuff. But did this stay with you the whole time, or did you rediscover it?
Yeah, no, it stayed with me the whole time. My original toys, I don't know what happened to them, but as I grew, I met people and I picked up things here and there. It might have started in I want to say it was Children's Palace. They had the Spanish Spider-Man
Yes.
They were like $2.99 a piece or something like that. And I think I bought 2 of them. And I was like, you know, one day I'm going to get more of these. And I slowly, but like one day I will post. I had my humble yet amazing collection of Migos with like 7 pieces at one point. Right. And I had like the 12-inch Captain America. I had Batman, Robin, and Spider-Man and Hulk, I think. And I just aspired for more. And as we went on, like, you know, a lot of people buy other stuff, and that was just my thing. You know what I mean? I'm like, man, I'm going to go and buy this and that and this and that. And before you know it, I acquired most of the carded set, but I still, like I said, there's still pieces. I have them represented loose and graded, but I don't have them on the card because I'm just like, man, no way. No way. No way.
Yeah.
If it's meant to be, it'll happen. Someone will swap me. I will trade you in a fair trade, and you know we can make that happen. But man, it gets crazy. It really does. But it's something that I've carried with me forever. Like literally for as long as I can possibly remember, it was my thing that, you know, Migo is my stuff. I'm gonna have it on display, and we talked about that too. It was like the gateway to AHI and Remco and all those other fun products that rounded out my collecting, you know, both playing with them and having the memory of that, and then later on aspiring to get them carded in some sort of a historical monetary. I'm gonna categorize all of them with my and
you were talking about, you know, states you know, for pretty much your whole life, Jamie. I can tell you the same thing here, man. The first job I was working, I was like 15 years old, working as a dishwasher, right? The first paycheck I got, I actually used that money. I remember it in the toy shop. They had General Ursus on the yellow card for $75. My paycheck was $86. I spent the whole damn thing on a carded Migo.
Hey, I know your pain. I know all the collectors watching this right now know your pain, because that is what they call a last-minute executive decision of a collector. Exactly. We will figure it out. We will eat if we eat, but we have that in our
you know, it's like, I love it. Saving for a car? Nah. Gas money?
Yeah.
Nah. You know,
do you still have it? If you don't mind me asking, do you still have it?
I actually do still have it. So
it's so rad. See, then that's rad. And you know what? And it's a piece of your collecting history that's special to you, in addition to whatever anyone watching this will try to offer you for it. Because
right. Yeah.
Exactly. I love that,
man. Exactly. Yeah. So it's in our DNA.
So rad.
From musician.
Now, you have a lot of passion for this. Is this a passion that you're able to share with your kids, or is it more like, oh, there's Dad and his toys?
It's mostly like there's Dad and his toys. There was a Saturday Night Live sketch once upon a time where it was the Star Wars collection.
That was fucking funny.
And both of my kids are like, that's Dad. That's Dad. They love toys and they have their own things that their interest, but they know how much I love Migo stuff, and just how much it is a part of what I do. It's like every Father's Day, Christmas, you name it. It's like, you know, well, what do you want for Father's Day? It's like, well, you know, I'm looking and rounding out this Secret Wars carded set, or you know what I mean? It's like I try to, you know, find things that are reasonable and still out there in the world to hunt for. But I love that. You know what I mean? It's awesome, like and that is the thrill of the hunt too. And also I'm blessed too, when we go on the road, is be on foot and see a different city every day. So when time allows, I like to go to some of these stores and see what's really out there. Because there's a lot of people that are like, you know, anti-internet. They're like, I don't do that auction site crap. I'm an in-person seller, buyer, what have you. And they have some stuff that you don't know is available in the world. And it's like, you should tell more people you have that. It wouldn't be sitting in this showcase. I promise you, it would have been sold 2 years ago. It's just, it blows my mind. But to each his own. You know what I mean? And I think that's what's fun. It gives you something to hunt for, because you really know that treasure is out there.
Yes.
Hey, speaking of dad, guys, Paul's here. Everybody be good. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Dr. Migo.
Dr.
What's
Migo.
up, man? How are you?
How are you?
What's up, Paul? How are you?
Oh, not bad.
Doing good.
So what have you guys been talking about? I just looked in the door.
Everything.
Wonderful many things. Yeah.
Really?
Everything from Teen Titans and Lion Rock all the way back to what kind of fun new stuff we think Migo should be bringing out. A little bit of everything. It's been pretty fun.
That's every conversation we have.
Paul,
what should Migo be making now?
Right. I love that.
Paul, tell JB the Lion Rock Titan story. By the way, Paul, this is Jamie Madrox from Twisted.
What's up, Paul? Pleasure to meet you.
I have interacted with you or something earlier. You know, something about I think Zach Oat from Toy Fair.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Good on you. It was like he's like, you know, you were like, I love Migos, and Zach was like, I'll put you in touch with Paul Clark.
Yeah,
and he's, you know,
that's pretty much me. Yep.
And,
there was a really sweaty, painted up guy in here talking about Iron Man on the card. Yeah, that's me.
What can I say? That's everybody I meet.
Fair enough. Okay, well then I don't feel so bad.
Yeah.
Anyway, but what was it? Why? What's the thing about Teen Titans and Lion Rock?
I asked why or was there ever a Robin planned in the smaller teen body style and potentially any other Titan characters?
No, there wasn't.
No,
because
that's awesome. And I figured as much because there was a Robin represented in the 8-inch scale,
and it just sold well for 10 years.
It really did. Yeah.
So you know, it's like if it's not broken, you know, don't make any changes.
Well, the reason I
buy it, so it's like, yep, that's good. You know,
yeah.
It was like, I mean, Teen Titans came about, from what I understand, because Mego was doing the Lion Rock, you know, military figures in Europe. You know, Soldiers of the World or Greatest Heroes of World War II or whatever they called it. You know, it was, and they even had a German U-boat commander.
Yeah. And
a Japanese soldier whose boots we used for the G.I. Joe Storm Shadow.
That was a segue.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
But so the idea was, oh, well, we haven't introduced anything new from Warner's since Green Arrow. Why don't we do Teen Titans? They'll be smaller. And I'm sure somebody said, hey, Robin's in Teen Titans. And they were like, well, we got Robin in the 8-inch, and it's why would you put him in there? Because they already can get him from here. What they didn't know was Teen Titans never really got the distribution. So that's why, like the second Aliens, they have gone up significantly in value.
Yeah, that's interesting. The reason I was asking that is because there was the same kind of situation with the 12-inch scale Batman and Robin. There was a Batman and Superman, and then there was a magnetic flyaway Batman and Robin. But then later found out there was the overseas 9.5-inch Robin, which again kind of deals with the scale perspective. Where he's the teen wonder. The boy one
really came about because they had, once again, a Line Rock who sold Mego product internationally, had those 9-inch bodies from Doctor Who.
That's so crazy.
And it could have been a retailer that said, hey, well, can I get a Robin that, was smaller size, I know there was, Brian Harlan knows this stuff better than I, but there was a distributor in Canada who pretty much talked Mego into doing the 12-inch superheroes.
That's so cool. That's just awesome. Like, I had no idea. In my mind, it was always a methodic plan, and that's just how it'll be. And the card art will carry over to the 12-inch boxes, no questions. Just buy, just have fun. Like, and that's how I thought it. But now hearing this, it's really was a lot more. It seems like it was a lot, not necessarily on the fly, but more importantly about what buyers were willing to do with the licensing.
Right, because they're the ones that call the tune.
Yeah.
Wow.
If you're willing to place production, Mego will be like, okay, you're going to take, whatever
many units,
10,000 units, 20,000, we will make it happen.
I love it.
We will beat those little elves into work.
You better believe. Wow, I love it. It's like, and this is the history of these toys that we love so much. I love that. I love that. And it kind of rounds out how many variations there are on packaging for the variant collectors out there who love that, the most minute thing. This is a copyright mark on it. This one doesn't. This one says 78. This one says 76. Like all of that's fun stuff. And it's like, I think that's why all of this back and forth with different licensing people. Gig was one of them at one point. I remember.
That's the Italian.
Okay. Lily Letty was another one. Yeah. I love that.
I think was one, but I forget. I know Pin was French.
Okay.
And yes, Pin.
Yep. Palatoy.
Yeah, Palatoy's England. Palatoy was actually a chain. That was actually a retailer in England.
Damn.
That did so much product. It was like the Walmart of its day. Where Target, they did so much product.
And they had cool
pretty much
package
it, have it packaged with their logo.
Right.
Wow. I want to say Grand Toys was another one too, wasn't it? Maybe that would have been French.
That might have been Canada.
Yeah. They had like a rainbow. It was like a subsidiary of LGN, I want to say. Wow. I fell down that nerd hole one night. It was a great time. I had a blast.
We all have and still do.
Man, I love this. It's like, this is so rad. Yeah, absolutely.
But this is what Migo Meet is like.
Yeah.
Hey,
a couple hundred Migo guys all sitting around braiding each other's hair.
Yeah.
Talking long into the night about every little minutia.
Yes.
All right. Nobody's braiding anybody's hair, but
Right.
I mean,
whenever I call Migo Meet a grown man's slumber party.
Yeah.
You have to do the braiding your hair,
Yeah.
Even though we're sitting around drinking beer and eating chips.
Yeah.
Fair. Honestly, there's something about that when you used to trade at lunchtime in school and you would trade your cheese sandwich for a Transformer or a Hot Wheels or a
Captain Action figure or
something like that. Like you swap out, and it's like that it still happens today. It's just at conventions and it's more in an adult fashion with beer.
Right.
Yeah. I always got peanut butter and jelly, and nobody was trading any of it.
Right. Like ain't nobody trading the bread's all soggy by lunch. You're like,
right.
Can't do much with this. Yeah.
Exactly.
So I assume you guys have been talking about the news.
Yeah.
What news is that? Is that kind of like a?
How do you start, Frank?
Not just talking about it, but go ahead, Paul. I know you probably got something to say. So.
I don't know. My daughter had me trapped in a dog park.
Okay.
I didn't even have a cell phone with me.
Oh wow.
Okay.
So I've been like living in the 19th century.
Well, listen, man. Jamie has been like he's
phenomenal.
He's got it going on, man, and he's a real Migo guy. So
no
passionate Migo guy.
Absolutely.
Passionate Migo guy. Thank you very much.
And Jamie, just real quick before we get into these pictures, these conversations that we're having about, like, wow, what were they thinking? Did they plan this? Actually, I don't think they were thinking anything because they were just a bunch of, old people to us. We were just kids. They're just tweeting out. That's why Mugatu's dressed like a hippie. That's why
this is very true. You have a valid point, but we didn't see it at that. We seen you guys as like the Dream Machine, who was just pumping out. There was this little comic book catalog we would get, and you could order everything from beach towels to something to make popsicles with. And Migos were featured in that catalog, and it was the thing to be, the thing to do.
Heroes World.
Heroes World. There you go, Paul.
Heroes World was the company that was doing those comic books.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Migo people were all young, and Marty was like, "I just let them go." It was the Dream Machine. These guys were really into it.
But even and even so, Paul. But even if it was the best of the best, they didn't have what we have. They had to do Star Trek by pretty much just memory.
Black and white stills.
Imagine it. Yeah. Whatever.
Black and white stills, or you caught it on TV.
Right. You couldn't sit there. Let me look this up. There was,
Yeah.
Magatu got the disco outfit because I made prototype Magatu in the fursuit.
Yeah.
And he looks like a teddy bear.
Right.
That's great.
He looks like a plush.
Yeah.
So you're like, oh, now I get it. They probably looked and went, we're gonna just put out like a plush monkey.
Yeah.
With a horn on its head. No, I think he needs a spacesuit.
Right. Right.
And the white things coming out of his feet, out of his pants, and his hands. That's
exactly.
I got
the little white tassels.
Yeah,
were supposed to be fur.
So good. Wow.
And it was like when I started to do it, I was like, oh, wait a minute. They really meant this to be like the fur coming out of his pants. Yeah, there you go.
There it is. Yep. There it is. It's great.
I actually had to find that kind of like tassel. I'm going through a fabric store.
Yeah.
And I realized it was actually the fringe from curtains.
Okay.
So I'm cutting it and sewing it.
Yeah. Right.
Because I made him a got-to for Diamond Select.
When Jamie was talking about that with MC Toys, he, we talked about that. He was, talking about Mattel Retro Action.
Yes.
And we were like, wait till the doctor's in. He can.
Like essentially, you were the bridge. You were the bridge between when it stopped and what kept it going until where we get to talking about the collab with Hasbro today. I mean, it's like you were that bridge every plank of the way,
except for the 20 years. Well, 82 to 2004, I was, it wasn't there. But, no, actually, I went to Marty.
I told you.
2004, and we did this thing called Mego Con, and he came in, and Neil Kublin, his VP of Design, was there, and we were on a panel, and we talked about this stuff, and that next Monday morning, I called him up in his office and said, I want to bring back Migo. And he's like, yeah, a lot of guys want to. Show me you're not full of it. Go get a license like Star Trek and then come talk to me.
Right.
So I spent the next 2 years with a friend of mine who had moved back from LA, who was involved in Star Trek licensing. And we got, through Diamond Select, we got the Star Trek license. So we went to Marty and said, okay, we got it.
Yeah.
And he was like, wow, really? Okay. He goes, yeah, you can put my name on the back. All right. So you can use me, Yeah.
Wow.
And I brought to his house the first 6 figures. Kirk and the Klingon, Spock and the Andorian, McCoy and the Romulan.
Yeah.
And he opened up one of the cases and he pulled out the Andorian and he said, boy, you really nailed it. I'd swear this came out of my factory.
Wow.
And I'm like, I got the Andorian right.
After Paul woke up from passing out.
I was good. I'm like, I'm good. He goes, all right, you showed me enough full of crap. What can I do for you?
Right.
I love it.
It's Santa's. This is Santa's.
That had to be the ultimate compliment, though.
I'm floating.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
it's all the years. It's just perfect. I love that.
It's a Christmas story. Santa's like, what do you want, little boy? I'm like, superheroes. That's Marvel and DC. That's Hasbro and Mattel. I can't get my foot in the door. Superheroes. And he like, all right, I'll tell you what, I'll go talk to my friends, the president of Mattel, the president of Hasbro, and we'll see if we can't do something.
Yeah.
Look out. My partner Joe said, do you think he's serious? And I go, he didn't ask us for any money. He didn't ask us to sign anything. What do we got to lose?
Right.
A couple weeks later, we got a call from a guy. He's like, I'm Jim Murphy from Mattel. We're going to be working with you on DC Superheroes.
Great.
I was like, whoa. And
those were fun. It was fun going back to Toys R Us in the last days of Toys R Us. It was fun going there and hunting for the Batman with the removable cowl and the pink cardigan. And it was, and
thank you.
And I think if I'm not mistaken, you had to send away for the Green Arrow. And it was like the fun stuff. Like you almost one for one recaptured the childhood. It was perfect.
Yes.
Perfect
that
storm.
was Matty Collector.
Yep.
Yes.
So you had to order it through their direct to consumer website.
You're right. Yep. Same with the John Stewart. I want to say
Yep.
And for 2010 they had us. Sorry, 2011 for the Green Lantern movie. They had us make
great timing too.
Kyle Rayner.
Oh yeah.
Kyle Rayner.
Guy Gardner.
John
Stewart. And
Sinestro
in the Sinestro Corps outfit.
Yep. Damn.
And they were like, "Hey, these didn't sell well." I'm like, "Well, your movie didn't do well either."
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Like they're like, 2012 was going to be Batman year.
Yeah.
And they were like, "No, we're not continuing this."
But wow. But you know what, Paul? With all that, I mean, you were able to get through all that, and look where you're at today. I mean, it's like things happen for a reason. I mean, you're an integral part of Migo coming back in 2018, and just look where sky's the limit, brother. Sky's the limit. You know what I mean? So
now,
there's something to be said about a solid assortment too. I love how Migo's bringing back and doing Robin again. and making it more like stylish. And in some ways it has very like 70s vibe, and which is crazy because the one in the 70s kind of had this like 60s 50s vibe.
50s look.
Right. So it's like we're getting, but I love that. I mean, it's just cool. It's like I pay attention to all the details, and I think as do all the collectors who are proud to see those products hanging in the store shelves again. And you know, like Frank was saying, or you can show them to your kids in you know, a new generation. I love that.
Yeah.
Paul's getting some retribution with that Robin that we're seeing now.
I made that for Mattel.
That's Mattel's Robin.
Well, not exactly. Actually,
well, it's his Robin, right? Exactly.
The Mattel one actually was a removable mask.
Okay.
And it had to have like leggings and arm covers.
Okay.
So like full on Burt Ward.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He had to look like and I was not happy about it, but so when Migo was like, "Oh, let's do Robin," I'm like, "Aha!"
Yeah. Wow.
I'm getting those pantyhose off him.
Yeah.
and this Robin's going bare legged.
Yeah.
And this one's much better looking too. Much better.
Absolutely. Yep. Even like the head sculpts on, you know, everything from we were talking about earlier, the Christopher Lee to to the Riddler. Like it's you can see the progression. Like everything is coming full circle, and it's like it's still going. It's still going. 100 miles an hour. It's still going. It's good stuff.
And where do you see G.I. Joe? Where do you see it coming now?
There's a segue, Scott.
And speaking of that, this is the segue. Hey, Jamie, so let's take a look at the new stuff here. And these are actually what you're going to see are the prototypes, the hand-painted prototypes. But I just want to say to everybody out there, for those that are in doubt, yes, the figures can hold their weapons like they're supposed to hold their weapons.
Yes.
Of course these were hand-painted.
Right.
Yeah. Would we design G.I. Joe Mego figures that couldn't hold weapons? I mean, come on.
Right.
And no, well, anyway, here we go. So this is Frank. Wow. This is Snake Eyes.
Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow. And, you know, when we design these, you know, we had that 80s vibe in mind doing it as far as those, you know, a lot of the collectors, you know, when they close their eyes, these are the versions that they see of Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow.
Love that.
All those accessories you see do come with the figure?
Yes, absolutely. He's got the pistol with the side holster. He's got the tactical dagger with the side holster. He's got his backpack with his black katana. He's got his Uzi there, and all the Joe collectors know that they're familiar with that backpack, that sword, and that Uzi.
And they come with ammunition, and they really kill people. No, I'm kidding.
No, we're not going there. We're going there.
That costs a lot more.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Little individual bullets drive up the cost a lot.
Same thing.
Is there any repurposing in the bow? I want to know. Like for the OG heads, are we talking Robin Hood or?
Well, if you go back to Snake Eyes, the boots are from.
I listened well. That's why.
Action Jackson, Planet of the Apes. The boots.
It could even be Green Arrow, possibly, or Speedy's bow. Like it's
no, it isn't.
The bow's a new mold, new tooling.
So good.
The boots on Storm Shadow, like we were talking about earlier, are from that Lion Rock Japanese soldier.
Yeah. Wow.
But just working with Tyler Ham, you can see even the mask on Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow. We made sure that they had the folds in the masks around the mouth.
Very cool.
And but again, these are hand painted prototypes that Paul put together for Hasbro's photography.
Wow.
So the new figures that you'll be getting have the new body with 26 points of articulation.
Wow. Okay. Yep. Are these going to be single pack, or are we talking like a double?
This is actually a 2-pack that's available in Hasbro Pulse right now.
Okay. All right. Perfect.
Yep.
All right. Yep. Because that was one of my questions I had, because when I seen it, I'm like, they got to be sold together, but I don't know what we're doing. I was like, is this the opening to more characters? I hope. Fingers crossed. Like man.
All of us think, man.
This is everything right there.
That's now, they gave
two of the most recognizable G.I. Joe characters.
Yeah,
just as the new movie's open.
On the eve of the movie's release, too. So
yes, indeed.
There's the removable backpack Frank was talking about.
Yeah, actually, something that we came up with is that on both these characters, Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow, we actually came up with a system where the backpacks are removable. You can put the backpack on and display them. You can take the backpack off.
That's awesome.
The bandoliers will still be on the figures without the backpack. So we kind of wanted to give
in the back.
Yeah, we kind of wanted to give you that.
That's a system.
Less the plug that used to be in the back of the Joes where you had that plug where you just push it in there. Yeah, love that.
The snap-on, stay-on accessories, a la G.I. Joe. So yeah,
that's really cool.
Yeah, we're hoping everybody likes these and sees the heart and its passion and everything that we put into these, and we hope it translates to everybody, because this was a labor of love. This was a dream project for myself, for Tyler, So, and Paul, thanks to Paul. Paul said, "You know what? You guys run with it." And thank you, Paul. That was much appreciated, man.
And because when these came out, I was dating girls.
Yeah, there
I was actually. You want to get scarier? When these came out in 1982, I was dating my wife.
Oh wow! Okay.
Wow.
She bought me Mego, Superman, Spider-Man, and Captain America for my 18th birthday in 1982.
She's a keeper.
And I was like, my mother made me throw out my Migos.
Right.
When I started the 7th grade. She's like, go meet a girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I came back 5 years later and said, I met a girl and she bought me Migos.
We're good, Brian.
And that day, his heart knew love. Yeah, that is, literally, like that is. I
married that girl.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah,
so,
hey Brian.
Hey guys.
Yeah, hey, what's up, man? How are you?
Good, and you?
Doing well.
Hey, Brian. Jamie Madrox from Twisted is on with us. Brian, this is Brian Heiler. Needs no introduction. Toy Adventures, Plaid Stallions.
Plaid Stallions. I knew that.
Yeah.
He looks familiar from the YouTube. Yeah. All right.
There it is.
Pleasure to meet you, bro. Hell yeah.
Nice to meet you, man. I followed you for a long time, actually.
That's so rad.
Oh, awesome.
Same here. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Very, very cool.
Real quick, guys, before we keep going on this, I just wanted because people have asked about the G.I. Joes. Like, is this a one and done? Just to give you an idea, Joel from Mego, Joel started a Yojo ambassador or a Yojo / Mego discussion group today, just to talk about the next characters that will be done and stuff like that. So if that gives you any idea of where their minds are at, so it's not a one and done.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
It's just the tip of the iceberg.
Yes.
Just the tip.
Just put this out there. And this is a shame. I don't know if this is a shameless plug, but look, we need people to go out there and buy them. We need people. We need
evangelical guys or whatever. Please. Don't stop people on the street and say, "Have you heard the good news of Mego Joe?"
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
And guys, I'm sorry, Jamie.
No, I was going to say at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. It's like the picture, but if you really dig it, go out there and purchase the product, because if you do that, more characters are potentially around the corner. That is how this works. If it's a trial and error thing, the better it is, the more likelihood you are going to see the characers that you don't see now. It's exactly. It goes without saying. We've seen that.
Mr. Madrox. Well spoken.
Yep. What do they say? A picture's worth 1,000 words, and these two Migos are $60. So that's a deal to me. That is a deal to me.
A lot of people were talking about that, and we do want to point out that all the new tooling that's gone into these two figures. I mean, these two figures have more accessories than any Mego before them. I mean, I think the count was like 13 accessories with Storm Shadow, 10 or 11 with Snake Eyes. And that was all new tooling.
Yes.
These figures are going to have the new bandless body with the 26 points articulation. So when you think about everything that went into those, I mean, it supports that price point. Now, something that Joel wanted us to bring up tonight is that this isn't the new price point for Migos going forward. I mean, he wanted to let you guys know that. He did say that, with everything going on with, as far as, and Paul can talk to this, as far as the expenses with bringing stuff in from China and so forth, you may see some price increases on some products, but $30 per figure is not the new standard price.
We were never going for NECAs.
Yeah.
I was going to say, if you visit the collector portion of your local Target, you'll find a lot of $29.99 figures in there from pretty much every toy company that throws their hat in the game. So you're pretty much on par. I mean, you're saying 2 figures, that's 30, 60. So not far off.
Let me say this. When I was in a meeting with Mattel making, the DC superheroes, they said, this is a $30 figure.
Right.
In terms of real toy market pricing, anything with this, with the clothing, with the accessories, with, the Mego action figure should be retailing for $30. And we were like, whoa, that's way too high. We were thinking like 15, 20. Right. And they said, absolute barest minimum 20.
Wow.
So, and
that was 10 years ago.
Diamond Select, we were selling them all for $18 to $20.
Yeah.
Especially something tooling intensive like the Metaluna Mutant.
Right.
Required a lot more tooling. So
for sure. That's awesome.
I got one more distraction, guys. We've got Chris from ZLC on here. They're a distributor of Mego product, and he has got a special reveal he wants to tell everybody out. So we're going to bring Chris in.
Okay.
And we'll be small for a minute, and he'll be big.
Chris.
Hey, Chris.
What's up, brother?
Hey, guys.
Welcome, Chris.
Scott, thanks for having me back.
Yeah, man. Let me get you big here. All right, Chris. Jamie Madrox from Twisted.
Pleasure to meet you, Chris.
I've been watching. Great to meet you.
Awesome. All right.
You've been very informative.
Yeah,
right.
Well,
he's one of us, Chris. He's one of us. He's
absolutely
the body.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And Frank, Paul, congratulations on the collaboration with G.I. Joe and Hasbro. It's incredible.
Yeah. Thank
the
you.
news is incredible. I can't imagine where it's going.
It was a dream. It was a dream project to work on, Chris. Let me tell you, it's just we hope everybody sees the everything that we put into these. We're hoping it's successful. So please, everybody out there, please support it and support it, and maybe there will be more. But thank you.
I hope my phone doesn't die. My phone. I don't mean to interrupt. If my phone dies, it's been a pleasure hanging out with everybody.
Yeah,
I have 3% left. I was hoping I was going to make it the whole damn show.
Okay.
I don't want to interrupt. Keep going. But if I tap out,
well, hey, let's do this. Let's keep Chris on. Jamie, if you got to bounce, man. Anything you want to plug or anything you want to talk about before you
do it now.
Do it now.
Just check out Astronomicon August 20 through the 22nd at the Sheridan in Ann Arbor, Michigan. Everybody from AEW, Hardcore Legend Mick Foley, Corey Taylor of Slipknot fame, a pop culture event unlike any other. It's truly out of this world, hence the name Astronomicon. Visit astronomicon.com to get tickets and VIP packages and all that goodness. Thank you all so much, very much, for just inviting me and having me on, man. And if we could do this again, I'd love to.
Absolutely, Jamie.
We'd love to have you on. I didn't want to be rude. I don't want to be rude because if I was like, well, that was just he just dropped out of nowhere.
No,
that's just.
Hey, man, thank you. We appreciate you being on, and you can't even tell you what it means to us, man. We'd love to have you on again,
man. And congratulations on the G.I. Joe collab. It was really, really rad, and I appreciate you guys' time.
Thank you, Jamie.
All right, man.
Thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful night, man.
You too.
Hey, my Migo.
Yeah.
Be alert.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yep.
All right. You are up, sir. Chris, let me make you big again.
There you
go. Uh-oh.
All I'm seeing is
because I'm
there you go. Let's give Chris. There you go, Chris.
All right.
There you go, man.
Welcome, Chris.
Hey, guys,
welcome.
Can I say? Yeah, thank you, Jason. It's the first time I've got to be on with you. I want to tell you, you are the consummate artist. Your photos are incredible. They bring Mego to life.
Yes.
we're all collectors, but you bring the figures to life. I know Migos would sell without your photos, but with your photos, I think they sell tenfold.
Yes.
It's amazing, your artwork.
I can't even thank you.
Definitely professional level quality.
Yes. Beyond.
I've been waiting to
the awesomeness of the figures.
Well, your work is awesome as well, without a doubt.
I appreciate it. And thank you for doing this new deal with the exclusive. Wow.
Oh, we're excited about this.
Yes.
So are we.
Yeah, we are too, man.
I was able to have a phone call. It's almost 2 years now, or over a year and a half with Bruce. I got him on the phone, and when he mentioned the possibility of a variant or exclusive, we were on board, and we've been biting at the nail to get this figure, and we are so excited to announce it. So excited. It's going to be Rocky in his training sweatsuit.
Wow.
It's an iconic movie. Yeah.
That's awesome.
And a iconic training scene.
Yes.
And I saw the movie at 11 years old. It was the first movie my mom let me take the bus with my friends and see the movie alone. Yeah. I can't explain the adrenaline in that scene, in that outfit, that montage of the workout. I just had to do it.
Yes.
Now Jason has to build a Philly City Hall.
Hey, man. Hey, just growing up, 35 minutes outside of Philadelphia, Chris, Rocky made an impression on me as well. Just growing up around this area, being a Philly sports fan, just the whole 9 yards, man. It's one of those characters, one of those movies that holds a dear, place in my heart, brother. So congrats.
Yeah, man.
The first figure was such a great seller. There's so many figures we wanted to do, but we had to do him first.
That's you know what? It was a smart choice. It was a good choice because I was very happy to see that. Have you revealed him yet? The official.
We revealed him this afternoon.
Okay. Do you have would you have a photo by any chance, or would you have a one in hand?
I don't have a photo in hand.
Oh, that's fine.
Hold on. I'll try and work something on my end too.
Well, Frank, if you could send it to me.
I got to tell you, this was the most fun photo shoot I've ever had. You guys
Frank,
really.
If you could send it to me,
I got
put it on screen so you can send it through Messenger.
Jason, I can't believe that you were able to come up with the meat packing plan.
I had like a day or two to do this, so I had to throw it all together quick. But it's like I can't not do this scene. And then we had a big barbecue afterwards with all the meat.
It was real meat. He actually he braised it in the oven, and he told me, he's like, "You're not gonna believe what I'm doing right now." And I'm like, "What? I'm like, that's real meat." You can see his cat. His cat was just like, in the background, little whiskers, like,
right.
Yeah, that was my biggest question. I actually saw it in one of his chats that he admitted it was real meat. I was amazed.
Crazy, man.
This was one of my favorite figures to do because, like you said, this is his iconic uniform. I mean, this is the one that was on the posters. It was a dream come true for me to be able to do that.
Hey, this is a true story. My wife is from Philadelphia. Her family, she actually had cousins in the crowd running with Rocky through the streets. So there you go. That's how tied I am to Rocky. So
that's great.
Hey, Frank, can you do that again, but through Messenger on Facebook?
All right, let me try.
Okay.
We want to make sure the collectors know that he's going to have it. It's going to be the full outfit. He's going to have his hands wrapped. He's going to have the hat. We only have the one picture that way. Unfortunately, Jason didn't have him that way, but we want the collectors to know it'll be the full outfit.
Very cool.
I have to photograph so we send them to China to get made because we were shooting the prototype.
Okay.
Yes. The hat actually is Action Jackson's spine.
There you go.
Nice. To be altered a little, but I always like to take something from the old.
Yes, you have to. Absolutely. Scott, I sent that over to you.
I got you.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken, wasn't it Rachel Baker who did the costuming for it?
Yes.
Because, just perfect it came out.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Actually, the first one she sent was too clean.
Yeah.
Stains
and this, the stains on it. So like that.
That's just a nice sweatsuit. Now, this is not what we're going for.
You got to get all those raw egg stains on.
Yeah, exactly.
I was just going to say, does it come with the raw eggs by any chance?
Right.
Yeah.
Get your own eggs.
Exactly.
Can't be sending raw eggs through.
But it's definitely an iconic look. It definitely is. And, you see that figure and it takes you right back to that scene in the movie, man. It absolutely does. So fantastic.
Well, it was genius how they promo this, too, with the silhouette. It's like, oh, my God. I mean, that really generated excitement with me, and I knew what the figure was.
I can't take credit for that. That was my business partner.
Okay. Yeah, very cool.
We wanted to make it exciting.
Yeah.
And you did.
Yeah.
Mission accomplished.
And just so everybody knows, Chris, that is on sale currently. You can pre-order that right now.
Oh, right now. It started at 12 noon today.
Yep.
And
let's not forget, he still has Apollo Creed.
Okay.
Oh, that's good.
Yes. Well, that's one of our claims to fame with Mego. We try to buy enough that we try to keep every figure in stock at all times almost.
Yep. Yeah.
We want to be full service. We want the collector to see everything.
There you go.
So there's your Rocky.
There you go.
Yeah, you're Adrian. This is the ZLC's exclusive figure. Very excited about this.
Yeah.
Available this fall.
Okay.
Awesome, man.
And we're hoping that this is the beginning of a collaboration.
Very cool.
Very cool.
I have to admit, we're pushing, discussing with Joel the possibility of more.
Very cool.
Well, I'm not going to throw any Gandalfs. Ideas at you.
Right. Yeah.
But
I'll tell you, it'll be hard to top this, though.
Yeah.
From watching these, I know the only way we're going to get a Gandalf is if somebody commits to 10,000 pieces.
Yep.
I remember what Paul told us.
Yeah. And you would think, there's got to be 10,000 Gandalf fans out there.
Hey, it's pretty cool. Rich Cirillo just said, "Can we get the Rocky in the jungle outfit when he did the commercial?" That's great. That's great, Rich.
Mainly.
I don't know. Yeah. I'd like to see him in his collector outfit with the leather jacket and the hat.
Yeah, or the jacket with the tiger on the back, man. That would be cool too.
Yeah.
That Rocky 2 look would be awesome.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Absolutely.
That franchise has so many possible variants.
Oh yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Plus, we got the other characters.
I was just gonna say.
Oh, come on. You got to have Drago. You got to have, Apollo Creed.
Ollie, yeah.
Absolutely, man. That's great. That's good stuff.
All right. So where do they order this?
ZLCcollectibles.com. We ship worldwide. In the continental U.S., it's a $4.99 standard shipping at all times, no matter how many you order. And we have plenty. It's selling, though. I have to admit that.
Good. Fantastic.
We sold are record-breaking in the last couple of hours. How many we sold?
Fantastic.
Excellent.
That's
Excellent.
great, man.
Excellent.
And for the collectors, they should know. I mean, your shipping, you ship stuff very well. I've done quite a few orders in the past, and it amazes me how perfectly they arrive at my home. You guys do great work.
It took a while to get it down. I have to admit, the first couple of months, our boxes were a little too small. But we learned our lessons real fast. We ship a lot of product, and then we ship daily. We make sure that they go out daily.
Fantastic.
So fast shipping.
I just somebody just wanted to make sure that everybody knew that the sculptor was Scott Fenster.
Yes.
He did Rocky and Apollo.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yes.
Good job, Scott.
Somebody
I went back and watched. I watched the movie the other night again, and the sculpt is it truly is the young Rocky face. This is perfect sculpt.
Yeah.
It's 70s,
for sure.
Stallone.
They really did capture him.
Well, this is the trick now is we all can get digital quality. When you look at like with Star Trek episodes, or a movie, it's no longer working from black and white stills.
Right.
You go, yeah, it looks kind of. There are these guys that no matter what you do, whatever you put out, they put it up on something like Blender, take all the color out, and then take a picture of the actor and slap it next to it and go, he's off on that. Yeah, he's not. He doesn't have. He's got a wrinkle over here that's not on the sculpt. And you're like, it's an essence.
Right. It's that Mego. It captures that Mego aesthetic. That's
it's like we couldn't go back in time and 3D scan them.
Right.
So it's like there's, in the realm of possibility, and then there's, hot toys.
Yeah. I mean, it's a great sculpt. It's a great figure. Everybody loves Rocky, and it's such a rich history and to pull from. So many different characters that still can be done. I think it's an amazing figure, and congrats, Chris.
Yeah, man.
Thank you. We appreciate it. We were so excited, and we're so excited about G.I. Joe. I can't believe it's been a crazy week for Mego.
Oh yes, yeah.
And there's more to come.
I can't imagine what this fall is going to be like.
What did Bruce say the other night? Buckle up, right, Paul?
Buckle up, Buttercup.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bruce is all charged up on Red Bull.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Somebody just posted in the comments, Thunderlips from Rocky. I was like, yeah, there you go. Very cool.
You're gonna eat thunder and crap lightning.
Yeah. Yep.
I wanted a Mickey that does that.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, absolutely. Hoping to see more, man. Absolutely. We definitely need Apollo Creed and Drago. So that's just a fanboy.
Yeah.
So
anything absolutely. Just that head that you guys showed at Mego Meet a couple years ago. That was one of the best.
What head?
The didn't we see a Drago at Mego Meet?
Yeah, I think we did.
Yeah, a few years ago. Yeah.
Nobody photographed it.
Paul knows. Come on.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You scare me when you do that. I got to think like, did we?
I don't know. I can't keep track of stuff anymore.
Right? Yeah.
Remember,
so I just deny everything.
Nothing.
Yeah. Very cool.
That would be a great one.
It definitely would, man. Absolutely. Hey, and go ahead. What were you going to say, Scott?
I was just going to say, Chris, when you get off here, make sure that you put your URLs and everything in the comments.
Yep.
And we'll make sure that we do that as well with the tags. We got a lot of tags. After this is over, I'm going to Mr. Heiler taught me some much needed YouTube education on how to do things properly, and I'm going to definitely exercise that, making sure all the URLs are in for you, for anything and everything that was about tonight.
Awesome, great,
appreciate it.
And just so you know, after I want we'll probably ask you back on again when it gets closer to the actual release and see where you're at. We'll probably get into
without a doubt.
To see how it looked with as far as like what how you think it's just like your projective sales. It's like boring stuff, but stuff that we like to hear.
about.
Okay, anytime.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see it carded.
Yeah.
I'm
me either.
On the card.
Me either.
Me
Hopefully they'll possibly.
Hey, I've got a picture in my head. Hopefully he's running up those art museum steps. I don't know. I'm just throwing that out there.
We gotta make a card? What?
Yeah. They already told us about that.
Yep. Absolutely.
Cancel your plans to make a jar.
Yeah.
Jarred Rocky. That's actually that'll work.
Absolutely.
That'll definitely work. Brian, how are you doing tonight, buddy? How are you doing?
I'm a little beat, but otherwise chipper. Been a long week for me. My book's coming back in August, and I'm having some struggles with the press. The new press that the company's using is different than anything I've ever worked with before. And but I'm getting there. I've had a lot of help from good friends, and so I've just been staring at a book I haven't looked at in 10 years.
Oh wow! And this is your Rack Toys, correct?
Yeah. It's coming back through the Toys That Made Us People nacelle, and they're going to do a huge launch on it and release, and I'm pretty excited about the whole thing. But getting the file right has been a serious learning curve, because I don't know if anyone's read my magazine, but I like to use lots of ink. And this certain press doesn't like too much ink. So I've had to go back and readjust every page of the book. And that takes a while. And I slept for 10 hours last night.
Wow.
So, and I'm still tired. So, but I'm excited. I'm super excited about it because it's another, it's another step forward. So it's great. And there's a little bit of ego in the book. So
that's right. Thanks, Frank.
Yep. That's awesome, Brian. I know Brian Volkweiss is a huge fan of everything, that we are too. So I'm sure, he loves it. So yeah, just leave it at that. He's a big fan of everything.
I've never met him before, but he jumped in on a conference call the other day and just went, "F you, Heiler." And he just basically said, "You got me addicted to these things." And it was pretty funny, and it was it was really fun meeting good people, and I'm glad I threw in with them. It's a weird it's a weird place to go when you're giving up your baby.
Right.
But these seem like nice people, and yeah, I'm confident this is going to be a big hit. So it's great to be back.
That's good.
Did you ever think about adding to that? Is there anything you could add to that?
Well, the second version is revised. There's new stuff in there, new photos,
awesome.
New information. Some things that bothered me are gone. But yeah, it's going to be a second edition.
Okay.
If you own the first edition, you probably don't need to run out and get it, but you know it's going to be exciting.
Yeah.
So yeah,
well, Ryan, you in marketing, it just
yeah.
You have to buy it.
Well, it's funny.
You can't live without this one.
Even with
I
Jamie,
have the.
I was going to say
I
Jamie
have
Matthews.
the secret of the Sierra Madres in there.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
There is some neat new stuff in there, but
cool.
You know, I don't want to force anyone who supported me in the past thinking they have to buy this second edition. So.
Oh.
What are they gonna do with their money?
No. Whoa.
You do.
Yeah, you gotta have it. That's the whole point.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I can tell you, Jamie Madrox mentioned Rack Toys when he was on earlier. So
yeah, man,
there you go.
This guy is in the know. I could not believe.
Yes.
Apparently, he started with getting figures from Mark.
Yep.
Oh yeah, no, Jamie's actually in an issue of Toy Fair magazine.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Oh,
yeah. Waxing about Migo.
Yeah, he was holding like a carded Aquaman or something. He's been around a long time.
He's a good dude, man. He is
a
good dude.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. It was a Frank and Aquaman. Wow, good man.
Yeah, with the Batman gloves and the
Yep.
On the Superman.
I got some of those.
Yeah.
If only Brian could do something about his drinking.
We're just having the one.
Just having one at a time.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Hey, Scott, did you want to?
Yeah, I'm trying.
Okay. All right.
So yeah, I just see we're reading each other's thoughts. Ain't that scary? Or
I really like all the talk of Micronauts now that you guys are working with Hasbro. I know that's not like on topic or anything, but it's nice. It's nice that there's actually a possibility.
I'm probably get a beating for this.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, but I'm leaking, a conversation that took place with Hasbro. Marty was like, "Hey, I sold your micro 10 years ago. You haven't done anything with it. Like, why don't you just let me do it? I know what I'm doing." And they're like, "Oh, well, maybe we will," but
Yeah, you just started a bunch. I don't want to say crap storm worth of rumors there with that one, Paul. You wait.
No, I'm just saying it was. I'm not saying Hasbro was saying, "Oh yes," but it was kind of like, "Okay, what are you guys doing with it?"
Right.
And they're like, "Oh well, we got plans, and we got And he's just kind of like, get out there."
Hey Frank.
Yeah.
Tell us what we're fixing to see here. I want you to read my mind. What are we fixing to see here?
Joel sent us over today. This is actually a reveal, and Paul can chime in too. A reveal of Ultraman Jack's card artwork. Yes. How? That is just amazing.
This is actually
there he is. There's the man.
Go ahead, Joel. Ultraman Jack's card artwork. Yes. How? That is just amazing.
I think we're getting playback in your computer.
You got
okay, that's not my computer. Sorry.
No.
Ultraman Jack's card artwork.
That card artwork looks really good.
Yeah.
How was dinner, Joe?
Oh.
So after that, how'd you like to play, Mrs. Lincoln?
Huh?
How that card artwork is phenomenal. I mean, that's like next level stuff right there. I mean, that is amazing. And Joel, that's Ultraman Jack, and that's coming later this year?
It's coming the end of the year. That artwork was created by Francesco Mann, who's based in Italy.
Okay.
And he does the artwork for Ultraman Marvel comics.
Wow.
very, very talented. And actually, Subaraya sent us a note, said, you know, if you're interested, why don't you contact him and see if he'll do some artwork for you for packaging.
Nice.
I mean, it took us all of 5 seconds to
really?
on the email.
Yeah.
The guy's incredibly talented, and you know, just to have that nod to you know, to the creative people on the packaging, I think it's just fantastic.
It's gorgeous.
It's great.
Yeah, it pops for sure, man.
So we'll pick elements from that.
Okay.
We'll put that into the packaging. I think it looks fantastic.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very, very cool.
I didn't know about Ultraman Jack. That's great.
Yes, that's Return of Ultraman.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, I have the series somewhere.
Reveals keep coming this week.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a big week, you know. Yo, Migo, I'll bring it up again. Hey, why not?
Hey, Paul, I just got packaging from China.
Oh yeah.
Should I open it?
Yes.
What is it? Yeah.
I'm speaking for Paul. Yes, please.
Yeah. I'd love to see it.
I'll open it, but if it's something I can't show you, I'm not going to show you.
Well, just do it off camera, you know. We're like, oh no, it's for my wife. No, sorry.
Yeah, right.
Look, I get packages all the time. I think it's for me, and then I realize it's for my daughter, and I'm like, oh, come on.
Well, no matter with me, when packages come, Dad, there's our package out there for you.
Yeah,
oh, you get them? Oh,
yeah.
I get nothing.
Hey, baby,
No, I get a lot of sculpts and
yeah,
you know, outfits, you know, sent to my house, and you know, my big fear is the dog will get hold of it.
Oh, yeah.
Because you know, I like the dog, but if she eats, but it's a DHL and a FedEx box.
Yeah,
isn't it a violation?
That's a conflict of interest.
It's wrapped in UPS
yeah
packaging.
What is this?
Listen, just go about your own business. If it's something I can show you.
Okay.
Well,
yeah.
This is our business right now. This is
I'll tell a story. Yeah.
Go ahead, Paul. Hey, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Hey, wrap this up.
All right, how about the one with the
I do want to say, Jamie. I don't know if you got to catch any of the show, Joel, but Jamie Maddox, you know, he was a phenomenal guest.
Awesome
just very passionate.
Yep.
His knowledge, his passion about
knew
Migo.
what he was talking about. Yep. Basically said, you know, just one of the guys, man. Couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
Very, very refreshing.
Really, the show was impressive.
Yeah.
I wanted to be on here with you guys and with Jamie. You know, well, not unfortunately. I think it was you know, it was a great night. And I completely forgot. Tonight was Marty's wife's birthday.
Okay.
Oh.
So, and I totally forgot. So we had to we went out to celebrate and literally, you know, just came back.
Okay.
So I figured you guys still in there. I'd jump in, but I'm sorry I didn't get to see Jamie. I did you know, I did turn around a couple of times at dinner and, you know, see what you guys were talking about.
I think you'll see him again.
Yeah, he said he offered. He said, you know, anytime. So
yeah, which definitely take that offer.
The suspense is killing us, Joel.
It's killing me too.
And then it's unwrapped, and you have to unwrap that, and it's a Chinese box.
Yeah,
it's layer after layer after layer.
And it's gonna he's gonna unwrap, and Joel's gonna say, "Sorry, guys, I can't show you."
Yeah, look, it's a contract. Okay.
Yeah, this is one of those I can't show you.
Yeah, it's a statement.
Yeah, right.
Maybe there's something in here I can show you.
Right. Okay, all right.
Wow, what a letdown.
Hey, listen, that's live, man.
It's live, and
yeah, this is live, exactly.
It's like Al Capone's fault.
Remember Al Capone's fault?
Yeah. Geraldo Rivera. Yeah,
that's right.
Where do you find a beer bottle in there?
Yeah.
It just means that whatever he showed us would have just blown our minds. So he's holding off.
So if this is what I think it is, I think I'll be able to show you. And I think,
you got 2 packages?
Yes, this is package number 2.
Well, look at you.
I know. Keep an idiot in suspense. I'll tell you later.
Right?
Oh, wait. All right.
Yeah.
So this.
Ha 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 ha.
Oh, interesting. Okay. So it's not what I thought it was, but.
Okay.
Hold on. Since we have Chris here.
Uh-oh.
Oh, this is going to be exciting.
Uh-oh.
It's actually the counter sample of the Rocky and Sweats.
Very cool.
Oh, wow.
Counter sample is the factory made it.
Gotcha.
So what pending approval, that's what will be what will be out there.
Yeah. We send the sample, Rachel's sample, to them.
Right.
They have to count the sample, and then send back to us for approval. So this is there's the camera.
There you go.
Look at that.
His hooded piece.
His little sweatshirt hoodie.
And there's his
nice.
Awesome
sweatshirt.
Yep.
So are they keeping the hoodie sweatshirt separate from the short sleeve one?
Yep.
Okay, that's awesome. That means you can actually get a regular hoodie sweatshirt.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's the blue, that's the blue neck piece. The sweat actually.
Hey, and the Action Jack
There it is.
It hat.
Very cool.
Awesome.
That's very cool. Very cool.
Very cool.
Very appropriate to open this now.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Chris, I hope you have a big stock of those.
Oh, we do. That was exciting. We do have a lot of stock coming in.
That's great, Chris.
All right, I'm going to show you guys one other thing, one other reveal.
Okay.
Only Paul says it's okay.
Me?
What do you think, Paul?
I don't know. I would show it.
I know you would. So this is another outfit that's just come in. And it's got the sample. And let me see. Should I show it to you without the names? See if you can figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do that. I think you'll appreciate that.
Without the name.
I don't know if anyone will guess what this is.
I guess they will.
I know what it is.
Oh, I need help. Can I call a friend?
Yeah, right.
Loki, do you mind? So
awesome. There it is. How about that?
Wow.
Reveal.
So that's the new Soldier Ape uniform.
Very cool.
Right now, we're not doing a Soldier Ape with brown.
Okay.
Because the screen accurate was purple.
Yep.
Oh, I got you.
Later, we could always do brown ones, for the retro look.
There you go.
But this was one thing we could actually get corrected. And the head is not going to be the Mego Soldier Ape head.
Okay.
Oh, that's excellent.
Oh, wow.
Okay? Because that head was always tiny.
Yeah.
It's a strange sculpt. We can always do it later, but
right. No,
I'm all for a new looking Soldier Ape. That's a great idea.
Same here. Now, Paul, I don't know if I'm putting you on the spot, but bandolier as well.
That's just one answer. The bandolier was tooled in 2004. I mean, I had the bandolier made in China.
Oh yeah, I bought many from you
with a bunch of other things. So it'll be the same bandolier.
Okay.
But I don't think it's going to be in brown.
Okay.
Because once again, not screen accurate.
Nope.
Excellent.
Very
brown
cool.
bandolier made sense with the contrasting the black and the brown sleeves.
Sure.
But since we're doing purple, we could actually make it look more like black.
Very cool.
Or something else.
That's awesome. That's a great reveal, Joel. Thanks for sharing.
Yeah,
that.
man. Thank you.
Yeah,
that's incredible.
That's amazing.
Glad I could get it on tonight. That's,
Oh, sorry. One more thing. He will not have mittens.
No, he had the cuffs. He had the cuffs on the sleeves. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, awesome. Yep.
So it's like the Urkos.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Where the hands are so we can hold the rifle.
Right. Exactly.
I'm so geeking out over this.
That's
yeah,
awesome.
no, the
awesome.
ape stuff makes me like a little kid.
Same thing.
Yeah, it brings me back to my childhood too.
Yeah, man. Absolutely.
Oh, man.
That's
I can't tell you how excited I am to be doing apes.
Same. I love it, man. Love it.
So that's a good topic. A lot of people have been asking about. Most of us know the answer, but well, actually, most of us don't know the answer. Let me backtrack. Joel, Paul, the continuation of the Planet of the Apes. More characters.
There you go.
You just saw a soldier ape, dude.
Yep.
I mean, we're going, man.
Yeah.
Joel, do you have the Rocky Sweats?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm just being sarcastic.
That's right.
We love you for it, Brian.
Right.
And other questions that were asked, the multiple continuous questions are we just going to see the apes? Or are we going to see the human factor?
That's a good question.
With the apes?
All right, now you're asking a lot of questions.
Yeah, go check your Magic 8 Ball.
Well, this is
count on it.
These are just general sum ups of the most frequent questions asked, and of course people have seen these lists that have been generated and leaked and whatever. If it's a true leak, that nobody knows for sure, and according to them, there's a couple things on there. Also, if you care to answer that or go deep if you can, or go light if you can. Okay, let me just put it more on the spot.
I guess that's the.
I guess that's no. Then, of course, the Star Trek line. People are wondering: are we going to see more of all the series, including Discovery, characters coming in the next future waves? Okay, nobody's answering this question. I'm asking these questions because these are questions that people are asking. We do answer questions here. I mean, I'm assuming that it's safe to say.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Is this thing on?
There you go.
I know there's been some rumors about the Star Trek license.
There you go.
Yeah. I can tell you that we are very strong. We just re-signed our license, and we are going for years. So
you heard it.
There is no truth to any kind of rumor that we lost our license. Absolutely not. Quite the contrary. Quite the opposite.
There you go. So that's a big important thing that people have been asking.
Thank you for clearing that up.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I will be in Las Vegas August 11th to the 15th at the Creation Star Trek show.
Are you doing your dinner show again?
Borrow a uniform, Paul. Let me know.
Yeah. I don't get dinner. I get to stand. I stand there all day saying, "Migo's back! Look at what we're doing! Look, we got these. We're selling figures. This is what's coming. Look, look."
I'm gonna get in a lot of trouble for saying this, but Paul Clark is really an Engelbert Humperdinck impressionist. He has a full show. I'm kidding.
Nobody ever wants to hear me sing.
Loki.
Just to reiterate what Paul said, August 11th through August 15th, Creation Star Trek Convention.
Rio, Las Vegas.
Migo will be there.
Yes.
And also, and of course, another question: what is the speculation on when other Migo figures are going to be utilizing the newer bodies, other than just the G.I. Joe?
So it's a transition, right? We need to transition from one body to the other. It's not just a kind of, stop one and start the other. So the transition started with the G.I. Joe figures, and you'll see it transition over, to completely bandless bodies. but it's gonna take a little while.
And just like type 1 to type 2.
Right. Which so you're going to have your
transition production.
Yep.
And are the heads going to be compatible, be reverse compatible? So the newer heads that are coming out, will they be able to go on either body? The original, the type, the versions you're using now to the new bandless versions. That was a question that's been frequently asked. Okay.
There you go.
Right. Awesome. As far as I know, I don't know. Mm-hmm. No.
Okay.
No. No. Yes.
Well, hey, again, this is another segue for
all night.
We're mentioning G.I. Joe again. If you haven't yet, Hasbro Pulse. They're available. Yes. Go get them. Yo, Migo.
You have to go get them.
Yes, absolutely.
And the reason why is because they Migo answered all of the questions. They did not leave this one. They did an announcement, and while the announcement was being served, the actual figures were available. For sure, the website worked. The figures are available. They're on the new bodies.
More accessories than any Migo before.
More accessories. They hold the weapons. They're 26 points of articulation.
Yes.
They retain value.
All been bought up by bots.
What's that? No, I don't know.
They haven't all been bought up by bots. You know,
no,
you just go order them.
No, Hasbro Pulse did away. What they do now is I think they limit like per person per order or something like that to eliminate the bot situation. So
good. Yep. Because I heard from friends of mine that it was a ridiculous thing with things would sell out in 7 minutes.
Yep. Well, check this out. I've already seen 2 listings on eBay for over $150 for a box set, and these things haven't even, they're still on pre-order at Hasbro at the regular price. Yeah, so go get
Marty.
Yeah,
and as of right now, no one has bought them.
No,
I'm kidding. It's not me. It's not me.
Yeah.
Did you address the pricing, Scott?
Huh? Say again?
We did talk about it, Joe, but feel free. Hearing from you too would would help too.
Yeah. So look, the items that were made for Hasbro were made for a certain price point, but they included a lot of accessories and a lot of detail. So they did go up to that, if you will, $30 each price point for Hasbro and for that set.
Right.
As far as a regular Migo goes, there have been some price increases from the factory. There is some crazy things going on with freight coming out of China. The freight rates have gone up 5 times over the last, I would say, 2 or 3 months. It's insane. It's not just the toy industry; it's every industry. I mean, you guys are going to see this at the store shelves. So pricing is going to go up. It's just going to go up across the board with everyone. But as far as regular everyday Migos, $20 is our highest price right now. I mean that's where not 20. We want to be under $20 every day.
And that's a strong contingency from Marty, if I'm correct, right, Joel? That the whole point is he wants it affordable.
Absolutely. That was the point. Listen, with the exception of Chris has got an exclusive item on Rocky, right? So there was a production run that was made. It was a lower production run than we typically made. The factory has to gear up for that production run. Mm-hmm. They've got to set the lineup. They've got to train the workers. They've got to then, take the line. It's a lot of work for a lower production run. So typically the prices of that go up.
Yeah.
Low production run. So, you'll see some reflection there.
But we've all, right.
But on an everyday Migo, we're okay. Yeah. Marty's goal in starting Migo was always to keep these priced for the collector to collect.
Right.
Not to just buy one for $200. He didn't want to be in that business for $500. It's not a collection. It's a single. If you keep it under the $20 retail, people can collect. They can create the collections and they can make their collections. He wanted to be at mass. He wanted to make this available to everyone. Not just people who could afford a $200 figure, and that's what we've done. That was his mandate right from the beginning.
Yep, and
it's working.
It is. It really is.
It's the perfect recipe.
Yeah, you know. Yeah, I got to say, Paul. You know, regardless, you know, your efforts have everything that you've done. From the moment that I've heard about you up till now, man. I hope internally that you just go to sleep every night with a smile, because it's sure paying off for us. It surely is.
Oh, I'm dead inside. Yeah.
Huh? What?
I'm dead. Trust me, I sleep well.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, there's people that talk, there's people that cry, and then there's people that just shut up and do, and that's you. Well, you don't
get stuff done, Paul, right? Yep.
And while we're on that subject, the other one here on this panel is that man up in the Jan Brady spot. Yeah, Brian, you.
Oh, God.
So
you
guys.
Jan.
Yeah, right. I think I'm Mr. Brady.
Yeah.
Does that make me Alice?
You're Alice, Frank.
Hey. I do want to shout out somebody in the comments. They just had Snake Eyes versus the Apes, and I got to say I love that. So thank you.
Absolutely. That's the joy of everybody being the same scale.
Yeah.
And every other toy company has been trying to replicate.
Yep.
Yeah.
Multiple licenses, same size.
Yes.
So that they're all intermixed. And that's the Migo verse.
Yes.
The only company that's ever really captured that is Lego, I think, other than Migo.
You're right.
Yeah.
Hey, God, just a quick shout out. I see Joseph Shepard is on. Just heard he was feeling a little under the weather, and just want to.
Oh, really?
Okay. Hope you're feeling better, Joseph.
Send him our best wishes. Strong young man. He'll
make
it through.
Yeah, well, man.
For sure. Hey, I don't know if you guys saw there was a question about the new body. Paul or Joel, do you happen to have one of the new bodies with you that you could show tonight, or?
No, I don't. Paul? No.
It's under lock and key.
Okay.
Yeah,
in the vault.
Gotcha.
But what's the question anyway?
Oh, no, they were just wanting
to see it.
Wanting to see it on camera if you had. That's all.
Okay.
We referred them to the Wednesday broadcast.
Hey, one thing I want to point out on the new body, and Paul can attest to this. The new body does have the swivel elbow, so there you go.
Yes.
Holding it,
very cool.
You know what I mean? So it's a must. So there you go.
He can stand akimbo.
He can play. They can play violin.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Another comment I saw. They said Snake Eyes versus General. Was it General Ursus or General Urko? Who do you got? So I love these comments.
Ursus.
It's hard for me to make a choice.
You'll know when we do Urko.
Yeah,
because he'll look different.
Right.
From Ursus.
Yes. Absolutely.
And we. I'm sorry, guys. Go ahead, Paul.
Nothing.
Well, okay, so I just want to say that we also get reoccurring comments not only from the live broadcast, on the groups, on the Ambassadors, on Mego Mania, on Mego Corp, on Marty Abrams. They're all collectively, they have the same flavor, and it's kind of like for the average, for just like the normal, whether you're a hardcore fan, whether you're just a part-time, it doesn't matter. When the question comes across, what can I do? What can I do to help? And I've got an answer to that, or at least a partial answer, and it doesn't cost anything. And what that is just remember that everybody that's involved, it's just toys, it's fun, it's something that we enjoy. We're doing. I'm here because I enjoy it. I'm not here for any other reason. I'm certain, I'm just a clinger or whatever you want to call it. But
you wear dresses
here.
Yeah.
I wear dresses.
I was waiting for that.
Section 8.
But
Section 8.
So what can what can you do? You can
evangelic eyes.
Well, you can
keep beating up that word.
You cannot flame the negativity. You can just look at this for what it is. Just say a good thing about these guys because they're doing this for us. And there's no other reason. Of course they're making money, but they could be doing something else. You know, of course, we all could. The point is just, you know, come together on this instead of separating. It just doesn't make any sense. It's toys. Yeah. It's fun. Have fun with us.
It's like Jamie said earlier tonight. It's about our passion.
Just have fun. Just have fun.
Yeah. And I was going to mention that too, just like Jamie Madrick said earlier, you know, it's all in our DNA. We're all wired this way. It's our passion. It makes up who we are. And one thing about Mego and the Mego hobby, what it does is it brings people together to enjoy what we love.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, and if you're, you know, for the people out there that can't grasp it, I'm asking you, man, please just grasp. I mean, there's nothing under this. There's nothing up the sleeves. There's no, you know, we're going to get you in and then stab you. There's nothing like that. It's just enjoy it with us, please. You know, and then spend a couple dollars. You know, we'll get you a soda, whatever.
There you go.
We'll have a convention.
It's a 2-drink minimum.
2-drink minimum. Exactly.
Hey, exactly. Scott, how about let's show again. Let's show the Joes again, and let's show that Rocky pick again.
Oh, absolutely. And as I'm setting that up, hopefully I can still do that. Another thing is another comment. People are wondering why their names are showing up generically as Facebook user.
Yeah.
There's various ways. If you have a YouTube account and you're watching us on YouTube, your name will show up, whatever that name is. Okay. If you're on Facebook and you actually on Facebook, I have to research that one myself because you should show up because
depends on whether you're set to public or private with your profile.
Okay.
Well, that could be, or it might be. You might have to be my friend, and I'm not asking for friends just so you can watch a thing. You know, I mean, unless you know you like me or whatever. You know, I mean, it's not like you have to hang out at my house or I'm going to come over and borrow $5. But you know, that's my best answer. Right. Yeah, that's right. Next Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, just strong back. I will not serve refreshments. Sorry.
Yeah, small pizza, no toppings.
No, yeah, exactly. Yeah, well, I will. Everybody will get a slice of pizza. One slice, you got to split it. Okay.
I saw a comment that somebody said Migo should do Ghostbusters. I'm like, really? Is anybody into that?
I love that?
Yeah, I wonder if people are into that.
Never heard of it.
What is that? What is that
movie? You got some time, Paul.
There's a new movie coming out.
Oh, is that still going?
Not a reboot, a true sequel to the original.
I know. Ivan Reitman's son.
Yeah. Ghostbusters Afterlife. Yep.
You don't get it. You know, I have a nephew that's 36. To him, Ghostbusters is a religion.
Yes.
Wow.
It's not a movie.
He's got a proton pack, doesn't he?
It's just, I mean, I like Ghostbusters. They were two fun movies, but to this guy, it's like religion. I'm like,
I saw the first one and
I hear everything about it.
And it was awesome, and I never thought of it again. And it's weird how like religious that is. The cosplay is alone.
It's the generation.
Yeah.
It's
people.
It's kids that were like 8 in 1984.
Yeah. Yep. I was a fan of Bill Murray as a kid, so I went and saw everything he did.
It's funny, Paul. You say my brother's actually 3 years younger than I am, and he absolutely loves Ghostbusters. Ghostbusters is his Mego. I mean, do you know what I mean? So you're spot on with that.
You know.
Yep.
It's just funny. I just saw. You know, when I was working with Mattel on Retroaction, we did the cartoon Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
And I was like, does anybody really, remember that? And they looked at me like I had just said the Pope was a crackhead. I think I probably could have said that easier. But they were like, Ghostbusters. Ghostbusters. I'm like, okay, whatever. I don't remember it.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. There you go.
Here we go. So I have a question.
Go ahead, Joel.
For everyone, not just you guys, for everyone on Facebook, and we should actually post it, and I've seen some comments on the 14-inch. I know you guys haven't gotten your 14-inch figures yet. And again, there are these major freight issues coming out of China. There have been delays, there have been whatever, and it's not just our industry, it's every industry. You will get them, and they'll be coming very soon. But my question is, what other 14-inch characters do you want to see? And I think we should I think we should put up a
poll question.
Yeah, yeah. Let's see. I'm very curious to see where everyone wants to go with this.
What licenses are you asking for licenses as well?
Both, everything.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
Let's go in order. Let's go in order.
Oh, go ahead.
You go first.
Planet of the Apes, 14-inch. There's no reason why they can't be flocked. I would love to see that. More and obviously more Star Trek.
Okay. Jason, how about you?
I'm just going to say keep the Star Trek line going. I'd like to see some Next Generation figures in there. A Worf would be great.
Right. Okay. Brian, how about you?
Apes and Ultraman. I think Ultraman's a no-brainer.
That's a good one, too.
That's a good one, man. That's a good one. It's a good one. Chris, how about you?
I'd like to see them bring back Black Manta one more time.
That's a good one.
I didn't get enough of him the first time.
That's a good one. Good one.
So does everyone know the story about Black Manta? What happened?
Well, he was Aquaman's enemy.
Yeah.
No,
I know the story.
I'm
going to let Paul and Joel, you tell the story.
Of what?
So, of Black Manta.
Oh.
And why there's what happened to all the Black Mantas. So we had a new factory that was working on all the 14-inch characters. They were blowing them out. They were doing a phenomenal job, and they'd done the Black Manta character, and in equal proportion to all the other characters. And then Target came to us, and they wanted an exclusive line of Batman, and it was a black Batman
for San Diego
Comic-Con, right?
Yeah.
So the only way we could make that ship date, the only way, was to take existing bodies that had already been made for Black Manta and move those bodies over to Batman.
Right.
So we did, and that's basically what happened to Black Manta. I mean, he unfortunately we didn't get as many Black Manta. Now that said, it became a chaser figure, and I think we should get back into it. And I think we should get back into 14-inch Black Manta because he was such a good figure, and right that wrong. Not that it was a wrong. It was it was at the time. But
sure.
I got something for Brian, Joel. When your latest mint off card, which was an excellent one with the 14-inch Captain Kirk.
Oh yeah.
You showed Kirk next to Aquaman, and I got to say, Aquaman looked, fierce. Yeah, he just looked Reginald. He looked, he was huge.
Yeah.
As far as like built, and I thought that was a very, very interesting contrast. Just so you could see just how different the newer body is.
Yeah, I actually like the proportion on the newer body better.
Absolutely.
It's more human.
Yeah,
it's more like
less heroic
Mego sculpt, I think. That build. Yeah.
Look, the original 14-inch was based on the later Migo 12-inch.
Yes.
It was done for like Buck Rogers and Superman the movie.
Yes.
That was a great muscular body. But when we did a Spock like that, he looked like he was on steroids.
Yeah, right.
He was like, can't really do this.
Yeah. That's what I like about it. It gives you more versatility to do non-superhero characters.
Yep.
Who wants to do anything with superheroes?
Someone wrote, so Batman killed Black Manta.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah.
The Dark Knight Detective. Batman.
Yeah, right.
Hey,
I want to throw my choice out there for a 14-inch figure. I want a 14-inch Planet of the Apes Lawgiver action figure. So there you go.
Wow.
Yeah.
They've never had an action figure.
So that's John Houseman.
No, but I'm saying you can display it with your
John Houston.
You want a posable lawgiver so we can mix it up.
Yes,
with the Statue of Liberty.
Hey, I can dream. I can dream. Right? Come on.
Hey.
But also, please, let's not forget that. Actually, to be honest, I'm going to be totally honest with you. Anything non-superhero for me, 14-inch, I'm all over it.
Yeah.
The horror figures, 14-inch,
absolutely.
Those they look epic.
Hammer Horror 14-inch.
Oh, are you kidding me?
Yes,
without a doubt. Yes.
Yep.
I mean, anything 14-inch Rocky even.
Yeah.
You know, I'm saying I mean, I love superheroes. That's where we all started, I think. But you know, the older I get, the more. So, I mean, we inundated, flooded. Now, when Mego does it, of course, it's a lot different. But still, you know, superheroes 8-inch for me, and 14-inch everything else, man. Everything.
We had 12 14-inch superheroes that first year at Target.
Yeah. Well, there you go. So I'm my quota is check.
Full for a while.
Full for a while, definitely so. Art says Breaking Bad, man. Walter, well, if we're gonna do Breaking Bad, we got to go back and do Walking Dead, or you guys got to go back and do Walking Dead. That would be
there you go.
That after Odd Couple, though.
Somebody
after the Odd Couple, but before Barney Miller.
Before Barney Miller, I want the Wojo figure. Come on.
I know.
Round of cornflakes. F you.
Yeah.
I was San Francisco town before I realized F you meant Felix Unger.
Oh my god!
Hey, there's some good suggestions coming in. Somebody said Kiss 14-inch, Kiss Snake Plissken. Here's a dream one, I guess bucket list one. 14-inch Indiana Jones from Joseph Shepard. All good ones, absolutely. Yeah. Oh,
and one more thing. This goes down to the innuendo speculation road, but for the most part, everybody realized how important this announcement was a couple days ago. Some people are still stuck with some people are still stuck with the thing that it's like, what? It's just, but it's not, man. It's the biggest gateway door, right? Yep. I mean, it's just like, what a gateway! What a gateway! It's a gateway to the possibilities could be endless. And if there's anybody that's going to do it, it's going to be Marty Abrams.
Yep.
You know, because I mean, so far.
Listen, the collaboration between Migo and Hasbro is phenomenal, but the relationship between Marty and Hasbro goes back many, many years, and it's very, very strong. I mean, you know, I don't know if you guys know this, but when Migo went out of business, Hasbro put Marty back in business.
Yeah.
They literally funded his business to come back in on the development side. You know, it's very strong. It's a great collaboration between two companies who, I mean, were incredible competitors, back in the day, and like I've written about, have forged the industry to where it is today. Between all their
nobody's done more for Boys Action Playgroup.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Mattel's been in Barbie Land.
Yeah. Yep.
They haven't really been a strong Boys Action Playgroup, except for the DC license in 2000.
Yeah.
And us as kids, that competition that you're talking about, Joel, we didn't know. All we knew is G.I. Joe is considerably bigger than 8-inch Batman, so they didn't really get along. But now, and nobody likes to see, people, oh, what do you mean? You can't do this, Marvel versus DC. It's good when people are getting along, and to see this type of collaboration, man.
Oh, it's phenomenal. Phenomenal.
It's happy face,
Absolutely.
They always made G.I. Joe into Giant Man in the Avengers.
Yeah.
So so who was disappointed, or who was just like floored at the realization that why did they make $6 Million Man bigger than everything? He was the biggest thing they ever made. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah. Why he doesn't need to be whistles into him? That's why
he didn't need to be bionic. I mean, he just his size alone could beat everybody. It just killed me, man. Especially when Oscar Goldman was Little Evil Knievel. That just didn't work. But that's why I'm the way I am today.
Yeah.
Let's look at the Joes.
All right, let's do it.
Look at that.
So again, you guys are probably hearing me talking about, but these are, Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow. Classic, 80s vibes, some retro Mego feel with the boots. It's just, they're gonna have the 26 points of articulation. If you don't know, these are the hand-painted prototypes. So the production pieces are going to be even crisper. They're going to be on those new bandless bodies.
And
they can hold all of the weapons. So, with that, we kind of looked at the weapons there, and they do harken back to the 80s style with the weapons. We wanted to keep that vibe. They do have the removable backpacks. You know, that goes back to the G.I. Joe snap-on, stay-on accessories from the 80s. We wanted to incorporate that. But you've got Snake Eyes with the removable pistol and the leg holster, and he's got his tactical dagger and the holster. And you move it on, you got Storm Shadow and his classic white ninja, you know, outfit there. He's got the removable backpack, the bow, the nunchucks, the dagger in the belt, the 2 stars. There's Snake Eyes, close up. And, you know, what's even, you know, we've talked about this. This is what's huge. This announcement came on the eve of the release of the, you know, the major motion picture, Snake Eyes.
Has anyone here seen the movie?
I have not yet. Oh, it's killing me. It's killing me. Yeah. So
I would have gone tonight, but I had to be here. Eddie came to me and said,
"Yeah,
can we go see the G.I. Joe movie tonight?" And I go, "Can't. Tomorrow, yeah. Tonight, I have to be on." Yeah.
I think that's where I'll be tomorrow morning. And yeah. So, and again,
I saw the movie.
Yeah.
What do you think of it, Joel?
Yeah,
I thought it was fantastic. I brought my wife.
Okay.
And she did not want to go.
Okay.
And she walked out of there. She loved it.
Nice.
So it was fantastic. There was so much action. It was
very cool.
I really enjoyed the movie. You know, just so much action.
Nice.
And I hear Henry Golding's not hard on the eyes.
I know it's getting real mixed reviews. You know, especially from the, you know, the real critics of
the fans,
the Joe community. Yeah, I've heard some of it.
Yeah, but I will tell you, the movie was, in my opinion, was absolutely fantastic. It was really enjoyable.
That's great.
You know, so and I hope you guys enjoyed it.
Yeah, I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it as well.
Just again, remind everybody. You know,
it was fun. It was just, you know, fun to be out and to see a movie like
that. Oh, yeah. Heck yeah. Yeah.
It was great.
Anyway. Yeah.
I love this shot here with all this new tool stuff.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Yes. I mean, you know, the backpack, the Uzi, the katana sword, that's all, you know, we try to keep that 1985 vibe with those weapons to bring that through with that character.
And remember, this
was
is
done by Tyler Ham digitally, correct?
Tyler Ham and I, yep. We worked hand in hand. We were like, you know, if you're a G.I. Joe fan, we were like Zaymont and Tomax. We were finishing each other's sentences when we were putting these together. So there you go.
And what you're looking at, just in case if anybody's got any, you know, like if you got a big monitor like I have, this is the hand painted prototype.
Yes.
The factory versions will be obviously more polished and smoother, but this is still, you know. It's amazing to get a glimpse of what looks awesome now is even going to be better. You know, even going to be better.
Yep.
You know, and
Frank,
for those,
you and the team hit a home run.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that, Jason. And again, it was just a thing where it was a labor. Like you know, this is no exaggeration for me. This was a labor of love, and I appreciate the opportunity from Paul and Joel and Marty and Bruce, and I, you know, ran with it. So, and we're going to segue over to Chris there in ZLC and that amazing Rocky figure.
Chris, you want to give your final commentary on this?
Well, I love this movie. I love this figure. We had to do this variation. I can't wait to see him complete with the hand wraps and the hat and on that card. I think it's going to do even better than the original. At least I hope that. And who knows where we're going to go with Rocky? You just never know. There are so many characters. It's an iconic movie. So who knows where we go with this?
Awesome.
Excellent. And of course, these are available right now for pre-order on ZLC. It's an exclusive figure. You can only get it from them. So don't ask Frank. No, I'm kidding.
Ship worldwide. We'll send it anywhere.
Congrats, Chris.
But yeah, good job, man.
Absolutely.
And having said
Same
that,
to you, Frank.
Yeah, man.
This week, a year or two from now, they're gonna say this week is where it all began. Especially.
Yes. Absolutely, man.
Yep.
Absolutely.
I have something else loaded, but I gotta stop the screen share just in case. It's not something that I think it is. Oh, it was. Stupid. Okay. And then of course the reveal tonight, again for those that were playing along, was I did that backwards. Sorry. was Ultraman Jack.
Very cool.
And this is the card art, obviously. So, well, that doesn't look like because it's the card art. That's what I meant to say.
Yep.
So, but this is what you will be getting. Hey, Joel, did anything ever happen with the rest of? Actually, I should have asked Brian because I know I'm going to mess this up with the rest of the Ultra team. Because I know you guys were having you had made an offer to anybody that knew who the actual licensor was. What are they?
Gotcha Man.
Gotcha Man. That's what it is. Sorry.
Yep.
Battle of the Planets.
There you go. I can speak to it a little bit. I mean, I've been trying to track it down myself, and I actually got to the point where I, supposedly found the person in charge of licensing. Yeah. I've sent numerous emails. No response as of yet. So, I mean, I'd put this out there. If anybody has any information on, licensing contacts for Gotcha Man, Battle of the Planets, send it our way.
I'm pretty sure I thought I saw Funko was doing a pop.
They are. I saw that. Yeah.
And I saw another piece. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, there's a Storm Collectibles is
Storm
doing.
Yeah. Yep.
It's just a matter of look, you've got the contact for the licensing,
right?
Either they're willing to talk or not,
right?
There it is. Everything all the time.
Somebody put in the comments, Storm Toys. So, yeah.
It was Storm Collectibles. I saw. They just put out a Ken. The guy in blue and white.
Yeah.
And I ran it down, and it's like that property will be there. It's just a matter of
right.
If the licensor is just not going to respond, then you can't.
I'll keep helping them.
Yeah, and also
Frank, get
also. We just so to give you a little bit of analytic here for everybody that's watching right now. We appreciate it. We've had a steady,
absolutely appreciate it.
A steady audience of a pretty good number. I'm actually impressed, even. So, but we do have some stuff to say, and we're trying to make sure that this is at least informative, if nothing else. But it does help if you like and subscribe. That helps the videos exponentially. YouTube is really the platform that would be best to do this. Plus, when you're on YouTube with your account, we get to see who you are, your names, your profiles, and all that does show up in the comments. That I do know for sure. Facebook is great too. Don't get me wrong, but the way it's set up, we're multi-streaming anyway. So it's whatever's the best flavor for you. But like and subscribe. Tell your friends.
Yep.
This is a once in a lifetime thing, man. Once this is done, we'll be all dead and buried. I know that probably sounds grim, but the thing is like
by now or die.
It's not coming anytime soon. This isn't coming to an end. Just
no. I mean us physically, not the company. I mean,
I know. I'm just joking.
So let's enjoy it. I mean, we've Brian's kept this thing alive for the last 25 years. And well, of course, Brian, Robin, Steve Moore, a bunch of other guys that I'm going to butcher your name, so I'm not even going to go there. But
Paul
Clark. Who you are, Paul. Well, Paul Clark's right there.
So. Yeah, I know. What
have I done?
Thank you, sir.
And we have Joseph Shepard to carry the torch, but that's a big torch for just one person. So we need to get
right.
We need and just like Jamie Madrock was saying earlier, his kids are into it. He's hoping to get his kids into it, and it's people like that, man. That are he was definitely an inspiration. His whole his bright outlook aura was definitely worth the price of tonight for me.
Absolutely.
Just remember, your kids can fund their own retirements.
Oh, absolutely.
You don't have to leave money for them.
Yeah,
absolutely. Well, the thing is until I don't know how I'm going to sneak it in, but I gotta do a little code. So because when I do pass, if my wife knew how much I actually paid for some of this stuff to what I told her, somebody's going to get either a really good deal or I'll go to the grave earlier than expected. But having said that, we've been on for a pretty long while, at an hour and 2 hours. Wait, 2 hours and 25 minutes.
Nice.
So let's go around the room, and starting with we'll start with Jason. We'll end up with Joel. How about that?
Okay.
Jason, you got anything you want to say?
Just we hope Joe Shepard gets well. To Chris over at ZLC, good luck with the exclusive. You guys have a really good figure there. I'm really excited. And Frank, I'm telling you, man, this G.I. Joe is just insanely amazing.
Thank you.
You have made a lot of people happy. Incredible. And Joel, Marty, and Bruce, wow! Oh my God! The deals you people keep making, you're blowing our minds apart. I'm sick of gluing my head back together.
Awesome. That's amazing.
Are you frozen? Yeah, there you go. I was waiting for that. All right. So
you get to follow that, huh?
Yeah. Well, try the veal. No.
Yeah. I'd like to have some dinner.
Yeah, right.
You know what? Yeah, I got mac and cheese cold. Just isn't. You got to spice it up with ketchup. No, man. I mean, look, I'm just happy to be here. Anything you guys ever need, I'll take it on. Might mess it up, but I will take it on. And everybody out there that's been watching, that's been nice about this thing, I appreciate you guys. More than you'll know. And like Paul said, I'll tell you what. You think this is something? You just wait. You just wait. Paul?
Tip of the iceberg.
There you go.
But if the iceberg melts, you don't have an iceberg. So buy 4 or 5 of these sets.
There you go. 6
I want to blow Hasbro out of the water.
Yes.
With the power of Mego.
Absolutely.
The power of Mego compels you. Buy more.
Compels you.
Yeah. I don't care if your kids have a college fund. Go get more of these.
Right.
Order them now. When they go up in price, you'll be kicking yourself.
Yeah.
Frank?
Yeah, I mean, I obviously, again, the G.I. Joe 2-pack is available on Hasbro Pulse. Get it while you can. Get it. I do something I forgot to mention earlier is that I actually saw something in a group, a G.I. Joe group, a gentleman by the name of Kirk Bazigian commented on the G.I. Joe 2-pack. I'm not sure if anybody, the Migo fandom know who that is, but Kirk Bazigian is he was one of the masterminds behind Real American Hero in the early to mid 80s. In his comment, he congratulated Migo and Marty for the, actually working this collaboration with Hasbro. And he was, very, very, he loved the figures. So, I mean, I think for me personally, being a Migo fan and a G.I. Joe fan, seeing that come from Kirk Bazigian, I mean, I think, we did a hell of a job. And I want to thank everybody within Migo, Joel, Paul, Marty, Bruce, everybody for giving me the opportunity to, help bring that to life. So, again, they're available on Hasbro Pulse. Get them now. Just some shout outs. Again, Mego Corp on Instagram, Mego Corp on Twitter, and then the Migo Ambassador Facebook group. We need you guys to join all those different platforms and support us. Next up is the Eternal Con, August 7th and 8th, Max Sports Complex at Hofstra University. Migo will be there. Also want to shout out Creation Star Trek Convention. Paul mentioned it earlier, 8/11, 8/15. Migo will be there. A big shout out and thank you to the man, Jamie Madrox, for joining us tonight. We appreciate it. Brother, we'll have you on anytime. Thank you.
Absolutely. One quick thing to Frank before I go. See, Paul dropped out just so he could get Chris out of order. See where Chris is now. I got to go back. But hey, Frank.
Chris, you brother, good luck with the Rocky figure, man. It looks amazing.
Thank you so much. We want
Go ahead. No, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
We want everybody to go to zlccollectibles.com, get your Rocky figure, but go there for all your Migo needs. We're here for you guys. We want to say thank you to Migo, especially to Joel, Marty, and Bruce. We appreciate them giving us this chance. We're hoping it's a long-term relationship, and it's been great to be here with all you guys. We're in awe of you guys. We listen to you all the time. I'm amazed at the information that comes out on these meets, and we're just happy to be here. And don't forget, we ship worldwide, $4.99 standard shipping in the continental U.S., and we're here for you. Anything you guys need. Thank you. Thank you for the chance.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Mr. Heiler.
Oh, yeah. I don't know what else can be said. You know, I'm a bit of a vintage guy at heart, but this last bunch especially has actually made me super excited for what's coming down the pipeline next. And I kind of like to be surprised. So I'm really looking forward to this and enthusiastic, and this is fun. I'm
Yes.
really this is fun. So
Amen.
yeah.
Yes.
That's all I got.
Hey man, that was just fun. What about how about Toy Ventures? What are we looking at?
Fall.
Okay.
Right.
And
That's
the premium this time is the goofiest thing I've ever created. It is being made in China right now. It is an actual rack toy.
Nice.
And you're not going to believe it.
That's awesome.
I don't know where I don't know how I came up with that. And Jason Lindsay takes half the credit, but I can't believe I did this. So
very cool.
I'm looking forward to see. And it does involve a Mego knockoff. That's all I'm going to say.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
We're finally getting Mr. Rocks. Yay!
Yeah, maybe something like
Uh-oh.
that. Yeah.
Oh, I ain't get. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
So before I hit the son of Migo, the top left corner, I just want to say one thing, Frank. Can I please get my Green Lantern suit and
yes, thank you. Green Lantern suit, replacement Green Lantern suits, Burnham bodies, McCoy bodies, Paul and I. Hit us up. We'll help you out. I got to mention this
3-pack.
Oh, well, yeah, the 3-pack, obviously DC 3-pack still available. They're running out, but let me know. Also, Migo clamshells. I do want to show this to everybody. I actually just got more in. Got the Migo branded clamshell. So hit me up. If you guys need them.
I definitely need about 10.
So there you go. Thank you for the reminder, Scott.
No problem, man. Son of Migo, Joel, we're going to close out with you as usual.
It was. I think everyone's pretty much said everything, but what I will add is that I'm sorry I missed being on here with Jamie. I hope he'll come back and we can do another live event with him. I picked up as much as I could when we were out. I can't emphasize enough how much we appreciate not just everyone here on this panel, but every one of our Migo customers. I mean, you guys are what you guys. I mean, you're making it for us. You're creating this company for us. So just keep doing what you're doing. One other thing I wanted to mention, I don't know if it was mentioned before on the live event, is that if you are a G.I. Joe fan and you're a Migo fan, we've created a new group called Migo Joe on Facebook. Go check it out. It's separate and apart from Migo ambassadors or anyone else, just so that we can focus in on, the Joe product and the Joe genre, and we can just all geek out about Joe and Migo. And then the last thing I would say is that and Paul said it. This is the tip of the iceberg. I mean, I know some things that you guys don't know. Some things there is, and Marty said it at the last event. There was so much that is about to happen with Migo, and we're really living in exciting times for Migo and for Migo fans. So I think you guys will be really pleasantly surprised with how the rest of the year progresses.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Excellent. All right, guys. I think it's that time of the night where Frank, do me a favor real quick. I'm going to send you a message as soon as this is over. But other than that, it's that time of the night. I have the outro queued up and ready to go. We'll see you guys in a little bit. Once again, peace, long live, prosper, and go Joe.
Night, everybody.
Night, Migo.
All I wanna do is have some fun and Make my Migo